5 in the afternoon. It's Courtney. Does she know that she's here? But look at those ankle socks. Hey, I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. I need to learn how to read. I'm so keep shuffling. I like jostled my bosoms out of place. I did not do it! That sounds like me when I play the recorder. You can't tell the difference, can you? But being gay. Yet again, I forgot to add myself to the stage. Woo! Hi, everybody. So, Penelope's here. So is Cricket. And that's all. See you later. Bye. I'm terrible with intros and outros, to be honest. Well, duh. We've all seen it time and time again. Here, honey, do you want to lay down? I know you're spot is kind of taken over right now with instruments and shit. But here, there you go. No, you want to sit here? Oh, my baby. Oh, geez. Hold on. I know. Just somebody heard that dogs were getting attention. So, oh, you're so cute. She came running out of my room to see what it was all about. Hi, honey. You're so cute. I don't think there's any room for you up there right now, though, as they are all sprawled out. You gonna try? Oh, jeez. I don't know how this is gonna work out. Oh my God. Oh, hey. Don't sit on Penelope, though. Poor baby. I know. You get pushed around. Poor Penelope. All right. I am sweating because I'm a dum-dum. I decided I have 4 minutes until the show starts. Let's curl our hair. So now my hair looks like crap and I'm sweating. Anyway, cool, tight. I think I have stuff planned today, but I'm not really sure. So we'll just we'll check that out. And if I had something planned, you'd think that I would know, but that's just not how I roll around here. That's what it is. All right. Well, while I sort this out and try and figure out what we're doing, look at this. I love the internet. What a great time. Anyway, I'm just so full of, I can't think straight right now. Anyway, so hello, Jeff Alpert here, looking for those boobies and booties as usual. Hello. Look at the Purple Panther over here. The girl that turned my black ass into a white. I'm only trying to censor myself a little bit based off of other people who are very vocal on their channels, but they censor themselves. Tree always says white supreme pizza. Scottish Ranger, what's up? Hello, cool socks. Thank you, KJ Fury. Hello. Long intro. It's 4 minutes long. And Frank, hello. Just when she starts losing you, she does a boob shake and brings you right back in. Exactly. That's how you do it. And Lounge Zinger, hello. Hi, Courtney, chat, and doggies. Do you hear that? He said hello to you. And Andrew Thomas, happy Friday. Ooh, to the sexiest babe in black. Ooh, I am the babe in black. Remember that song? Well, Men in Black. Anyway, AV Tom, what up? Isabella live. I can't read this. Wait, I love the radar I have that tells me when you're on. You don't set your notifications. You just use your spidey senses. That's pretty cool. Do you want to lay down, honey, or do you want to? What do you want? What do you need? Here, Cricket. There we go. Just scoot over a little bit. There you go. And then you can. There you go. Yeah. That can work, yeah? Or This would be easier if one of them or all of them wanted to sleep in my bed. Holy vey. These dogs. All right. Sweating, 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 sweating. Man, Selena Gomez's taco flavored tears. Hola, sob, sob. Man, she is just still sad over here. Uh-oh. Michael Coulter, Courtney forgot about me. I think I did accidentally. I did. I accidentally passed you. I'm sorry. Well, there it is. There we go. Michael Coulter, what's up? Hello. And Tim F. Hello. Hello. Okay. So now that we watched Pocahontas, Senator Pocahontas, maybe I should actually put that on my bookmarks this time. All right. Now I have that song stuck in my head. All right. Now, I think what I want to do is touch base on our giant fat friend, Dank DeMoss. Remember her? She's the one who's suing Lyft because she is the size of a barnyard animal, mainly like a Holstein, and she's over here complaining that the Lyft driver would not let her in the car because she's freaking huge. More videos of her have been surfacing, and this one really blew my mind because it's just evidence that she can't fit in a regular sized car. So, if you ask me, she can't even fit in the trunk there. Am I wrong? They wouldn't be able to actually close the trunk. They would not be able to actually close that hatch. If she put her feet over, let's see here, over in this general area, she couldn't even fit them there. And she has the audacity to go ahead and sue Lyft because she can't fit in the car when it's obvious that she can't fit in a car. What? And then look at this. This is her performing on stage. Okay. She's performing on stage. Look what happens. Boom. And the stage broke. Okay. So we're going to, let's see here. Where is it exactly though? We see. There it is. Look at that. It's broken. The stage broke underneath her. This here, that is broken stage. It was not broken beforehand. Look at that. That is broken. She broke the stage. Because look, you don't see that there, right? And then I'm supposed to believe that she's like a normal size and she should be suing Lyft because a Lyft driver said, hey, you can't fit in my car. I'm sorry. Like, I can't give you a ride. You're going to have to order a Uber XL. And she even was like, That video that we watched, I think it was yesterday, when she was like, it's cold outside and my belly was showing. Honey, that was your choice. You knew it was cold outside before you went outside. You decided to dress that way. And then you have the nerve to sit there and put that on a Lyft driver. Even though, like, girl, you were already waiting outside. Are you mad at them because you had to wait outside for him to show up too? Like, where does that logic come in that it makes sense to you to be like, oh my God, I can't believe you wouldn't give me a ride when my stomach was showing during the winter time. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? That doesn't make any sense. Like, it was your choice to dress that way. He probably would have made you put on way more clothing than what you were wearing if it were up to him. Just yeah, she didn't need a lift. She needed a forklift. She was like, they needed a fucking flatbed. Yeah, barf, 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 barf. Who? Like, what are we doing here? Why are we even like, why are there people out there that are even entertaining this? And like, why are there lawyers that are taking this on? Why is Lyft even acknowledging that this is happening? Hey, surgeon, stay puffed, marshmallow biatch. Like, dude, that fucking earthquake detected. I know. She broke the stage. And then we have like, no. Once that's what's entered into evidence, like, it's over. They need the Lyft needs to utilize that video as evidence. Like, she can't even keep the floor beneath her in place when she falls down. I love this. I'm so sick of these low IQ animals. Oh my God. I'm low IQ, apparently. I'm so sick of these low IQ animals. There we go. Jeepers. Mint julep in the house. But yeah, I mean, seriously, this is the level that we're on. And there was even, I think, were we watching this together or did I watch this by myself? But I there was one video where she was like, oh yeah, because it was when we were watching. Mint, you missed it. We were watching videos of smoke alarm batteries going dead in the background of videos of Black people talking. It was pretty amazing. There was one of them was hers, and she was talking about like, I'm an advocate for big people or whatever, right? And I was like, what are you advocating for them? Because unless you're actually like advocating for them to get healthy and take care of themselves and, you know, fit into average sized cars and not break a stage when they fall down, then no, you're not an advocate for them. You are an advocate for them dying. Really. So, yeah, she's an absolute disaster. I love watching this unfold beneath my eyes. Okay, I'm going to bed. What is happening here? Beneath my eyes. No, I love watching this unfold in front of my eyes. There we go. It's just very fascinating. I can't believe that there are so many people out there that argue so hard in favor of being obese. Like, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I get it. It's easy to get like a bit chonky. I've been there. I'm currently, for me, very fat. So I know what it's like to let your habits get the best of you, to develop bad habits and to not feel good. And I know what it's like also, though, to work really hard at trying to get that under control. Because when you do struggle with the mental battle that puts you in a place of being a lot more sedentary and wanting to eat more and all that, it is very tough to fight that, the mental side of it. It is very tough. So I can empathize with that. But this woman is advocating in favor of all of that. Yeah, it's fine if you fall into a deep depression. Don't talk to a mental health specialist at all. Don't uh, maybe look into supplements that you might need to take, or look into a certain diet, not necessarily calorie restricting, but like certain foods that maybe you're not consuming that maybe you should start consuming, or vice versa. For foods that you are consuming, you need to stop consuming or lower your intake or whatever. Like, it's just, it's not just, oh, it's human nature to do that, to feel this way or to behave this way, and so it's fine that you do it. Yeah, you're not a bad person if you experience it. You're a bad person if you think that it's perfectly healthy for other people to if you're fighting for people to behave that way, or like fall into those habits, and saying that we all have to navigate life around you because you refuse to pick yourself up and handle it. Like for me, I was battling. I Timing was off. I ran out of vitamin D in the winter time, and I really was like not 100% positive, like if I had it in my budget to get more. And thankfully, I was like, okay, I do have a little bit of money that I can actually like get this. And of course, the one that I found that was like the easiest to get, like the quickest and all that, I couldn't get the 10,000 IU. So I got 2 bottles. I can take 2 a day. And honestly, like today was day 2. It came in yesterday. I took it as soon as it came in. And then I took some this morning. And I do feel like already I'm like, I'm feeling like a lot better. Maybe like some of it is just, I think, environmental a little bit, but like, figure out your surroundings. I saw how messy her apartment was in that one picture, or that, yeah, no, actually the picture that I used of her to put on my thumbnail, one of my thumbnails, that apartment was messy. It was messy. Clean your house. It will make you feel better. It's not going to cure your depression, but it'll make you feel better. When people talk about like making your bed every day, there is actually something to that. Like I have these things, like these dogs. And when I'm getting out of bed, like I'm like, I have to like fight them off of me, which is sweet, but at the same time, so I don't even stop to think like, oh, I need to make my bed. I'll just get up, I go feed them, yada, yada, yada. And it doesn't even cross my mind. But when I actually stop and take the moment to just like, just take the blanket and go, there's a difference. It feels a lot better. So if you have like a clutter corner, I have a clutter corner, clear it out a little bit, even just a little bit. Doesn't even have to be completely. But guess what? That's going to help you manage your other symptoms that are affecting you negatively. Again, not going to cure anything, but certainly helps. Her lawyer can just call the witness to the scale and rest his case. Probably. Yeah, Liv's lawyer. I get it. But yeah, I like the smoke detector Americans. I'm telling you though, it's crazy. Like, we have to watch them again, actually. We're going to have to. Yes, exactly. There's a difference between these people. It's one thing to know when you're letting things get away from you, but these ones have no self-awareness and actually advocate for their disgusting behaviors. Yeah, there's one girl that was she had like spine issues and she needed to have surgery on her spine. Okay. And the doctor was like, you need to lose weight. There's multiple factors. They're like, we can't do surgery until you lose weight. And here's the reason why. One, anesthesia. So most people who do anesthesia, what's the hell is their title? Anyway, anesthesiologists, they are trained, you like with pretty much the basics. Did I do that again? What is my problem? I just realized again, the dryer turned off and then I realized, oh my God, it's been running this whole time and I left the freaking door open. Why can't I close that damn door? Anyway, so now you know that my dryer was going. I actually need to go restart it because I have a blanket in there that needs to be like fluffed. Anyway, anesthesiologists. So like they're part of like when they're administering the anesthesia, right? It's based off of weight. And after you reach a certain weight, there's no guarantee that they're going to properly dose you. So there's that. So you'd have to pay extra essentially for a specialist that can specialize in obese patients. Secondly, she was fat as hell. Okay. So when you have surgery on your spine, it's not going to be able to hold you up properly and heal properly if you're putting 400 pounds of weight on it. And she was even saying like, oh, my condition's getting worse and worse. Yeah, because you're fat. You're overweight. You have like some fracture or something was going on. I can't remember exactly what was going on with the spine. But she was saying basically like her spine was essentially breaking under her weight because she needed to have this surgery and yada yada. Girl, it's continuously getting worse because you are putting 300 or 400 pounds. I don't know how big fat she actually was, but like putting like 300 or 400 pounds of weight on an injured spine. If you were only 150 pounds or 130 pounds, even if you were 180 pounds, it wouldn't be as severe. And you genuinely think that a vulnerable spine that's in the process of healing is going to be able to handle your weight? Because even if you do all the things that the doctor tells you, what the doctor is telling you as far as your healing time goes is based off of a person who is in an actual normal weight class, not yours. So now you're making them go through all this other schooling to figure out what the healing process is supposed to look like for somebody your size instead of just losing some weight. And to sit there and she's, oh, but I have like severe, it messes with my mental health so bad when I have to, count calories and blah, blah, blah. Did you ever think to tell the doctor like, hey, look, I struggle with my portion sizes. I struggle with eating. Can you prescribe me something like, I don't know, Adderall, Ritalin, something to help me with my impulsive behaviors and reduce my appetite so I can lose the weight? You're talking to a fucking doctor that's asking you to lose weight. And you're not going to ask them like, is there something you can prescribe to me to assist me in this? She's right. My meds help me a lot. Yeah. I mean, if you actually do struggle with like a mental condition that is directly affecting your like unhealthy habits that make you gain a bunch of weight or whatever, yeah, medications can help you a lot. Courtney, did you get in through Treat Stream so we can send you food and fatten you up? I created an account. I think I'm doing something wrong though, because I was trying to follow the instructions to tell you like, okay, and then you add stuff, like you put stuff in the cart, like you're creating an order, and then you just choose like add this as a treat or something like that. And I couldn't find the spot that you can do that. But maybe we'll figure out. I think I can still just link it in the chat and see what happens. But like, it's just honestly just as simple because like lately it's been way too cold to walk the dogs when I normally will walk them because Penelope is very ill, very, very poorly behaved, right? And it's very difficult to navigate certain situations with her because she's a maniac. So I do my best to try and walk the dogs when I know that like little to zero of my neighbors are walking their dogs. Because this is almost everybody here has a freaking dog. And so we all have like certain schedules that we try to navigate around so that we can safely walk our dogs. Like Chunga, she's fine. I can walk Chunga no matter what is happening. She's easy to pick up and carry around if something crazy is happening. And she's just very well behaved. Like she doesn't react to anything that happens around her. Penelope's the opposite. So I just do my best to try and like navigate around that. Anyway, so during the time when I normally walk them, It's like right because there's an elementary school down the street, and it's right after school is supposed to be like like it's basically like right after everybody who walks their kids to school is like starting to come back in. Usually a lot of the parents will walk their dogs at the same time when they do that. So like I wait until like it's like seconds after they're all retreating. So because usually a lot of people no one really walks their dogs around that time. But it's like 20 degrees and these are chihuahuas. They're not huskies, right? So they're designed for sunshine. Like I could walk them just fine in like August in Arizona, right? That would be fine. Their paws would be fine because they're just meant for that type of weather. They're not meant for the freezing cold. So because of this, I'm not walking them as much. And I'm telling you, just that one little factor in my day, right? Which is because it's like maybe an hour of walking them. And that's from like the moment that I put Cricket and Penelope's leashes on, walk them, get them back in the house, make sure they have enough water because I always forget to do that before I leave with them. And then strap Chongus up and then start to walk her. And then like get back in the house, take off my shoes, make sure they're all, and then Chongus gets the zoomies, let them outside, blah, 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 give them all a treat. That's like, that could be like, I don't know, 55 minutes, start to finish, right? Anyway, who cares? But I noticed, I'm like, dude, I went from like just fine to like fat as fuck in like a month, just from going from walking them every single day to every couple of days to like the last few weeks, like not at all because it's just too cold. So just getting up and moving around. You don't have to do high intensity workouts. You don't have to. You don't have to overdo it. You just walk around. Do what your normal body, your human body, your fully capable body can do, right? If you are not disabled, like if you're not, stuck in a wheelchair, yada yada yada, if your body allows you to get up and move around, you should just be able to walk around. K-Max with $4.99. Courtney, did you get through Treat Stream? All this food talk makes me think we need to send you food. I have eaten today, and I have steak and baked potatoes ready to make after the stream. Spider dog sleeping on the wall. I know, she's so cute. My floating babies. Ozempic and ADD meds pretty much cure any obesity. Yeah, well, because a lot of ADHD is impulsive behaviors, and so even if you're not really feeling very hungry, you'll still just want to like you want to do something impulsive, and one of the easiest things to do when you're feeling super impulsive is eat. Also, I actually finally learned way late in life that I have a genetic mutation in my bloodstream that's also directly related to my ADHD. But it's they call it the MTHFR gene, the methyltetrahydrofolate reductase. And so I don't actually process nutrients at 100%, basically. And so my body doesn't know that I'm getting all the nutrients that I'm getting. So it tries to trigger me to eat more because it doesn't think that I have everything that I need. And it's also, that's why I don't get like proper blood flow to my brain because I'm not getting it. My body thinks it doesn't have the right nutrients. And people kind of think about it in a way of like those nutrients build up in your system. Cause I guess since they're not being methylated properly, they don't even come out of your body. I don't know that about that part. I don't really know. But anyway, so that's why I was always getting hungry. Like I was I thought I was just starving all the time. So between that and not drinking enough water back in the day, I didn't start drinking enough water until about 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And even then, I'm not always consistently drinking enough water. But the dehydration and then the lack of methylation in my body, all I wanted to do was eat. So now that I drink a lot more water, I feel full a lot longer. But I also take methylated folate, not folic acid. Every time a doctor talked to me about that, they're like, "Yeah, take methylated folate, not folic acid." I'm like, "Mother, those are two different words. What are you talking about?" But yes, so methylated folate actually will it boosts the production of that mutated gene. So now that I take that on a regular basis, again, my body is now like, oh, I'm getting these nutrients, and so it's not triggering me to eat as much. So those two things right there. Take some methylated if you're turning into obese fat fuck, take some methylated folate, drink a little bit more water. And like for me, my water, I always I carbonate it, right? I have a little soda stream. I'll sparkle it up a little bit, and then I put like half of a electrolyte tab just to give it some flavor. So that I'll drink it. So that, and then just like every hour, get around and move a little bit. Doesn't even have to necessarily be walking, just like move around. Like I'll sometimes do like mobility stuff, but just get up and move. And also like, what's the problem with walking? Why don't you like, you don't feel like walking? Just walk somewhere. It's weird. Anyway, those things will actually dramatically improve your mental well-being. Meg Guinevere. Hello. Walking doggies? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, Ruben. Hello. Nice mic. Thank you. Zoom Cool sent this to me. Isn't that cool? Okay. My fat ass is at the gym right now. And you know what? Going to the gym is also great. But like, you know, again, nobody has to have like a perfect GQ model physique. It's just that dank DeMoss bitch like is completely unaware of the damage she's doing to herself and everyone around her. Wait, what do you do when you don't walk them? Are you just living in piles and piles of dog poop? Do you not know that the outside exists? Push-ups? Push-ups, listen, I need to ask you something, and I'm genuinely serious. Are you retarded? How do you not? I let them outside all the time. I've actually let them outside during live streams multiple times. The fuck is this guy? Courtney, I hate moving around. Me too. But you know what? When I get up and move around and my hip flexors are tight and then I start crying, that's that's my cue that I'm not healthy enough. I'm not very healthy, and I need to walk more. I need to walk around more. The motherfucker gene. Yes, the motherfucker gene. Yes, I have the like most common one. So like my methylation is like at a 65%. I think I have ADD, but I feel like doctors won't take me seriously if I ask them about it. Well, listen here. If they, doctors love an excuse to push a pill down your throat. So there's that. But it also depends on the doctor that you talk to. So I had a friend, um, who just talked to her general practitioner, um, and was like, I feel like something's like up with this. I don't know. It's like this doesn't seem right. And they're da, da, da. And I'm like, I went straight to a psychiatry clinic. And they did this. There was like a specific evaluation that I had to do, where I filled out stuff like and like mentioned all my behaviors, and then I had somebody else who sees me often. Actually, I just had my boss do it because I was like, well, of all the people that I see the most, it's him. He filled out one, and we just answered the same questions about me, and like my typical behaviors. And so the doctor would basically, kind of do a compare and contrast and see like what lined up there. And then when I met with the doctor, and they had me do a QB test where they put a little headband on your head, and then you sit in front of the screen for 20 minutes and you have a little Atari joystick thing, and an image will pop up, and it'll either be a square, a triangle, or a circle, and it'll either be red or blue. And you push the button on the joystick when the image on the screen is identical to the previous one. And my results were fucking insane. They did find out that I tested in the 99th percentile of people my age with ADHD. When I took that test. So I don't know if that means I passed or I failed or whatever, but like I am the queen of ADHD. Then as I was like, taking my medications, and I would meet with my doctor every few months to, discuss what was going on with my meds and all that, I had this huge issue where extended release was not working. And they're like, I think you have like that motherfucker gene. So I was like, interesting. What? So then they had me take a blood test. And when I took the blood test, they were like, oh yeah, you have it. And this is what causes your ADHD, your ADD, and you have hyperactive and inattentive attention deficit. I was like, yeah, duh. So that's the thing is like, yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you're going to somebody who who can actually help you. So like if you mention it to a doctor that you're already seeing on a regular basis, like if it is like a general practitioner or something to that effect, and they don't take you seriously, look up and see if you can find psychiatry clinics around you that can help you. Because I thankfully had a coworker that was seeing a doctor that she really liked. I ended up not liking him at all, but she was already, well, she's already seeing somebody that was willing to help her. So I was able to get my assistance pretty quickly compared to some people. Cause yeah, the friend of mine that went like talked to her doctor, and then like they did some Zoom call meeting and all this stuff. And she then made her talk to a therapist. And then the therapist was like, yeah, that you have this. And then like they were struggling with her medication though, because she was misdiagnosed like 15 years prior or something like that, with depression. And so she'd been taking depression meds forever, for well over a decade. And, shit just wasn't working out. So the doctor was just like, ugh. Ugh. So I was like, well, you can see my doctor. My doctor was like, I don't like you. She didn't like her. She was like, this is very difficult to deal with. So I don't know what's going on there. But oops. Okay, anyway, so yeah, you showed us that squirrely chart of your results versus standard chart. Let me see if I can find that. It has to be around here somewhere. Where did I put it? Do you think I could find this easily? Probably not, because I don't remember where I put anything, and I don't remember anything or anything. If I I have a Coheed and Cambria song stuck in my head. When you're down on the floor bleeding, master heart, you'll be getting home well soon. Now I'll pray for you. Oh, don't let them scare you. What's this? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it anytime soon. Doop doop boop 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 boop. No, that's not what that is. New Jersey bound. Sound asleep, they'll find you at your most vulnerable position. Yeah. What are you doing? I don't know. Who the fuck asks me that question? Bold of you to assume that I could just answer that question, McGuinevere. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful baby dogs. Beautiful baby dogs. That guy sings like a girl. Yeah, I know. Scream sayonara, oh, oh. Sweet Josephine. Well, hold on. Sweet Josephine, will you follow me home? Dreamland. Scream sayonara, oh, oh. Sweet Josephine, will you fuck me back home? Don't let them scare you. I love you. Yeah, it's a fun song. I can hear my roommate watching Friends. Tons of Rachel doing, oh wow, gosh, okay, Ross. Yeah, she's Rachel does that. You know, you don't think about it. You don't realize that that's what she does. And then Chrissy Mayer points out to you that that's what she does. And then that's all you can hear. That's all you can see. I love this dog. I think she thinks I'm her puppy. Also, I think she thinks her name's Penelope. She's so dumb. Okay, wait, hold on. Was there something else that we needed to watch on Twitter? I think probably. Did I? I exit out of Twitter or I just, nope. Let's see. Wow. Wait, this can't be. This is not, wait, I don't know. I didn't watch this, so I don't know. Do you think Jennifer Aniston is banging Obama? I mean, I don't know. Maybe. No, not really. No. That sounds just like retarded. Okay. Did this actually happen?
Broads and horse-faced lesbians, fat broads and horse-faced lesbians, fat broads and horse-faced lesbians.
So is she quoting somebody there? I didn't watch this. I feel like this is way old, right? This was from like the 2020 election campaign. So it was like forever ago. But I think I might turn that into like a ringtone or something, right? I should, right? I feel like that makes sense. Or maybe, you know, maybe this. It's so retarded. Definitely sounds like she's quoting somebody. Yeah, I feel like she was quoting somebody. Nobody would just. I mean, nobody would have the audacity to be talking like that during a presidential debate. If they did, I don't know why we wouldn't have voted for them. But I mean, you know. All right, I'm trying to go Twitter diving here. I'm a little afraid to always like share the screen because you never know who has posted something that's you know, not very YouTube friendly. Should we just go back? Should we go back to the ceiling bird account and just? Oh, she was quoting Michael Bloomberg. Well, why didn't we vote for Michael Bloomberg then? I don't know. You know the song you love with Gavin Newsom should be your ringtone. That song is a banger. I don't even, my phone hasn't made sound in like 100 years though. So we found a new one.
Oh, they just took the baby. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh.
This doesn't look good.
Oh my God. They took her baby from her.
Uh-oh.
I'm nosy as hell. Oh my God. Oh, they just took the baby. Oh,
Wait.
shit. Oh.
Did they? Well, I just spit everywhere. Did they just fake us out? I don't hear it. You're doing me dirty, ceiling bird. Hold on. Oh, I almost ended the stream. Bye. Mad. Okay, it says it's at 51. Oh, hold on. I heard it twice. What? What? I didn't hear one at all. I feel I feel gypped there. Okay. Wait a minute. You guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look, 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 look. They blocked me. Huh. Why do you think they blocked me? I think that's hilarious because here I was like, everybody follow them. This is great. We should like watch their stuff together. Apparently not. I wonder who runs that account then. Yeah, I'll just block them back. If they want to unblock me, I don't care. Why? Yeah. Does anybody know who runs that account? Maybe it's one of those people that I'm already like. It might be one of those people that have like been very bad in chat, like in chats of other people's live streams, like very doing dirty shit and like just doing nasty stuff. And so like I've like banned them from my own chat and like have blocked them on Twitter. It might be run by one of them. It's just weird though because like they're calling themselves Ceiling Bird, which is that's a Chrissy Mayer thing. So like why would they be like so abusive towards the people that I like in their live chats and stuff and like doing shitty things to them and then like but also like them enough to name an entire account based off of something that somebody that I really like said. That's funny. Oh, well, I don't care. Everybody go and block them. Hey, Courtney, how are things in Washington State? I'm going to have to visit one of y'all's restaurants, the ones that Adam Richman went to when he did Man versus Food. I don't know who Adam Richman is. I feel like Washington, I don't really know if Washington State is doing anything interesting. I just hang out here and mind my business. I don't explore the state. Hello, Saw. Hello. Courtney called push-ups retarded. I'm glad Trump's back. I was calling people retarded since like long before Donald Trump even talked about running for president. Calling people retarded has been my love language since like 1999. Ooh, bailing out for Friday Night Tights, going to MegaCon next weekend. See what other info gets fired out. I wish I was going to MegaCon. I want to go to MegaCon. I need to actually like put a little bit more energy into that kind of stuff. So I feel like I'll get to a point where I'm like, yes, this could, I can make this happen. And then I don't know. I feel like I just kind of forget. Like I reprioritize for, I don't know, something else. So I need to make it a point to make that a priority. Went last year. It was really good. To the meetup afterwards was brilliant too. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I love language. I retard you. Huh. I didn't realize that we could use it that way. But we can. It's in your face. Yeah. So anyway, everybody go out of your way. Go on to Twitter right now and block Ceiling Bird. Yeah, I don't know who runs that account. But now I'm feeling petty. Feel like that was fucked up. All right. Now what? Now what do I do? Also, I feel like the block feature is so stupid now. Like, just make it so you can't see somebody's account. Like, if somebody blocks me, then don't make it so I can't see their shit. Ooh, tonight and tomorrow, Zia will be streaming. Tomorrow's her birthday. Zia's going to be streaming. Oh, yeah. I feel like she was talking about her streaming schedule switching up. I just can't remember any of the switch ups. So thank you. But tomorrow's her birthday. Yay! Birthday. Dun, 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 dun. So anyway, yeah, I really didn't plan anything. I just feel, first of all, I feel bad because yesterday I was like, okay, I think I'm going to do something tonight. I just need to like log off for a minute and like regroup. But then Mike Harlow started streaming at 5:00 my time. And I was like, yeah, I'll just watch this for a little bit and he'll probably end in like, I don't know, an hour or two. And then I'll just stream after that. He went for like 7 hours and it was hilarious. Cause he and Vets Talking they were doing a little crossover stream and they were getting hammered. And it was absolutely hilarious. And I couldn't stop watching. And so I was like, well, shit, I really should do a stream tomorrow. Just, to make up for my lack of streaming or whatever. So anyway, what else? What else do we need to look at? I don't know. What is Pennsylvania Dutch? Okay, cool. I still have that up for some reason. But it's okay, Courtney. Yeah. Well, it's not. Yeah. What of the empowerment of blocking her? Oh, block her as well. Yeah. Everybody block Ceiling Bird. I don't know who the fuck that is, but bye. we will not bring attention to your page and get people to watch more shit with you. Maybe they're mad at my critique that some of the stuff just was. It was hard to hear some of the chirps. And that one with the girl with the kick in the window or whatever. That was a sneaker scoot. That was not a chirp. I want to spy on FatCon through the internet. Can we check YouTube? I don't know. Can we check YouTube? I don't think that they're doing like live streaming of anything on there though, because you have to pay like a bajillion dollars. Plump patron. Yeah, I'm not finding anything. I don't know, but if anybody here finds anything, want to watch stuff, watch FatCon stuff, let me know. We can watch it, but I can't find anything. FatCon, yeah, can you believe that? That's this weekend. That's starting today. You know, I have to say, I should have probably taken some meds before the stream started because I am like, I feel very dumb. Wait. Here we go. You don't think any influencer streaming? Darn it. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't find anything. But like if you find something and you want to send me the link, like by all means. But like I don't I already sit here in silence like an idiot long enough. I don't really want to waste time like searching for a bunch of crap especially if it doesn't exist. Hey everybody, watch me stare off into what appears to be just space. Look at that thing. She's very alert. Anyway, see, that's they might not even allow cameras there. Well, yeah, that's the thing is like the tickets to get there are pretty pricey. So I don't think that they would have people just playing it like just let people play it for free, like what's happening there for free on the internet, right? So if people are recording stuff, they're probably not live streaming it but like no matter what, you know, if they have like maybe some sneaky cameras going that nobody knew about or whatever. Either way, like if it's I don't know where it is. I don't know how to find it if there is content out there. Why is Penelope so tired? Who knows? I mean, two of the three are passed out. I don't know what Chongus is doing. Honestly, this is weirder. What are you staring at, ma'am? Are you just trying to be comfortable? Oh. I think she just wants to get comfortable. Kyle in the house. What up? Are tickets priced by the pound? Well, I feel like by whose poundage? Whose pounds? Because I was looking at it. Their VIP prices were $1,000. I think tickets for the whole weekend. I don't remember now. I have to pull it back up. We went over it a while ago. There were certain tickets that were like $500. There were some that I think there was one where I was looking at where if you volunteer for 6 hours, you can pay $100 and get there for all 3 days. Get admission for all 3 days. If you volunteer for 12 hours, you have a free admission for all 3 days. But that to me is still a lot, $100. What? Courtney, have you seen the chat music song about Snow White on YouTube? No, I don't know what that is at all. I don't know. I don't understand that. But yeah, so either way, at the end of the day, I have no idea where if any of the content is on or any FatCon content. What am I trying to say? Because there's people, there's like FatCon, people have made content about FatCon, but I don't know if anybody is like recording any of it or live streaming it. So there is that. Okay. There we go. What about? So I thought this was crazy. I actually I actually need to watch more of the confirmations. What is this? I don't know what that is. Because there's a lot of stuff going on that I guess I
defend a particular law.
Did anybody see this yet? This actually blew my mind watching it. This is Bernie Sanders asking RFK Jr. about some health.
Very specific questions. Do you believe and will you insist that Medicare continue to negotiate prices with the pharmaceutical industry so we can substantially lower prescription drug costs in America?
President Trump has made it very clear to me that he wants to negotiate.
Negotiate is a big word, Bobby. It's a big word.
It's the word you just used, Senator.
Yeah, but no, I use defend a particular law. Very specific questions. Do you believe and will you insist
Well, okay, I don't understand. Okay, so you're asking
that Medicare continue to negotiate prices with the pharmaceutical industry?
Okay. So are you going to guarantee that Medicare can continue to negotiate prices
So we can substantially lower prescription drug
so that we can substantially lower prescription prices? Okay, excellent.
costs in America.
President Trump has made it very clear to me that he wants to negotiate.
Okay, so he didn't even finish the sentence, right? He's saying President Trump has made it very clear to me that he wants to negotiate.
Negotiate is a big word, Bob.
Then Bernie Sanders jumps in and says, negotiate's a big word. But what do you mean? Because then right here,
It's a big word.
It's the word you just used.
it's a word that you just used. But not to mention the fact that like you didn't even let him utilize the word negotiate in whatever manner he was going to use it in to even tell him whether or not it's a big word, right?
Yeah, but no, I use defend a particular law. Very
I use defend a particular law. Okay, but how was he using it? Because it seems to me like you didn't let him tell you how he was using it. You just started yelling over him and telling him that the word that you just used is too big of a word for him to use. Sanders wants RFK to talk and not be a puppet for Trump. That's what Bernie is hinting at. That still doesn't just make any sense. Let him talk still. Like the thing is that I noticed that nobody really let RFK answer any questions, and we're like trying to basically just attack him, which is, I don't really understand this whole, I don't get it. Like, is there something that I'm missing here? Because I was under the impression that he just wants everybody in our country to be healthy, and he wants to find out where all the issues are and get us to a point where we can be healthy, like that we really don't need these prescriptions in general. Now granted, if you need them, you need them, and they should be affordable. But you don't, like if he can fix whatever it is that's going on in our country that's making us so sick, then I think that I would much rather have that than like medicines and stuff. You know, I would much rather not have to rely on prescriptions. I'd much rather just rely on, you know, fixing my diet and habits, right? Obviously, that's not always that's obviously not always a choice for somebody, but I feel like right now we're kind of at a point where probably there are a lot of people that could actually lean on that as a choice, but kind of can't. Anyway, I'm not really making any sense, but Isabel Alive coming in hot with the $2. Super chats work. Yes, they do. He wants to halt vaccines that have been trusted for 80 years. No, he doesn't want to like completely end them, but I think he does want to reduce them, because there are like for instance, with the flu vaccine, back in my day, it really wasn't like necessary, and we had like a limited supply, and it was strictly for like the vulnerable, and like people who like worked side by side with the vulnerable and all of that. And while I can admit that, like, yes, it from what I saw, it looked like maybe they're a little too limited. I remember working at a drugstore and like arguing back and forth with people, trying to explain to them, like, this is not a decision that I make. And it's not even something, I don't even handle this at all. Did you want to talk to a person that can actually like help you out with this? Because this is like kind of a lot here. But they were like, because I would tell them like, this is who the actually, I don't even think that they were really supposed to be available to people that worked with the vulnerable, like the immunocompromised. Like it was just for people who were immunocompromised. And like people would argue with me about it. They're like, well, I work, you know, at a retirement home and whatever. And I'm like, okay, I did not make this decision. I literally the only question I can answer for you is whether or not we have, like, whether or not we can like get you in or whatever, like or who these are available to, basically. I can't even tell you whether or not we will allow you to get one. So in that case, with all those conversations, yeah, there were a lot of people who still wanted to get them. And it did seem like we were very limited for those, but like I have never needed a flu shot. Right? So like we don't need that many. There are a lot of people who don't need them. And there are a lot of people who really don't need like certain vaccines in general. Like there's something very weird to me that like chicken pox was a thing where you just got it. And like people had chicken pox parties. So they're like, okay, well, we want our kids to get the chicken pox, right? And now people are like, you need to get a chicken pox vaccine. What? I don't understand. Or like, Measles. Like my mom says she got measles. And all she did was just hang out in a room in the dark for like a week. That's the one thing I don't like about this camera setting is that it makes this very prominent. Things like the polio vaccine should not be optional. Yeah, there are vaccines out there that are very effective and should still be available to people. But like the thing that makes me very hesitant was that, like, say, for instance, with the flu shot, that drugstore that I was working at, dude, like they were pushing that shit hard. Like you had people like every hour on the intercom, like, come to the pharmacy now to get your flu shot. Like, why? If you have a sign that says you can get a flu shot here in our pharmacy, when people are coming to the drugstore and you have a little sign by your pharmacy that says this is where you can get, that should be fine. It should, like, as long as you have you make the information easy to access. Like, especially nowadays with the internet and stuff, like, or even like at the time, people, well, actually the internet was like very much in use at the time. But if somebody were to call in and be like, hey, like, can I get my flu shot or whatever, just make it available to them. But to be advertising it as if it's like a sale on like a consumable product or like, what are we doing? That's a vaccine. That is a personal choice that a person's going to make between themselves and their doctor. Why are you pushing this so hard? And we actually had like quotas every day. And I remember one year they were pushing it so hard and we had to have, I think it was like, we needed to average like 10 a day. And if we weren't making it, I remember one time a store manager was wandering around asking employees to go and get it so that they can meet their quota for the day. Why in the fuck would you need to have a quota for flu shots? Why would you ever need to have a quota for any vaccine? Why would you need to have a quota for that? How many people got this vaccine today or whatever? That's crazy to me. No, like you should not, again, that's a personal decision between you and your doctor. You should not be pushing a vaccine like that. Ever. So there's I'm very suspicious when it comes to like vaccines in general. Like, I mean, like I've had, I've had vaccinations before, like when I was a young, in fact, I got talked into getting the Hep B vaccine when I was 12. And it was like a 2-parter and I didn't get the second one. And my siblings did not get it, but interestingly enough, I was the one who ended up with a ruptured appendix and severe neurodivergence. Why? Something doesn't add up. Is it linked to that vaccine? I don't know for sure, but something weird happened with something. I didn't just magically get this out of nowhere. Chickenpox tastes nothing like chicken. I know. What the hell's with that? The chickenpox party stuff is herd immunity BS. It's okay-ish as long as nobody dies. Well, that's the thing is like, who died? Like herd immunity, like your immune system is very effective. I'm not saying that it's like going to, it's obvious, depending on your situation, it's not going to be bulletproof. But like my sister and I both had chickenpox. We didn't die. I'm alive. I'm alive. Here I am. Hello. And in fact, my brother never got chickenpox. And he lived in a house with his 2 sisters that both had it. I don't even think we had it. Did we have it at the same time? But that's another thing is like, well, wait, instead of like pushing a vaccine for something like that, why is it that like doctors, like we haven't researched it enough to know like, okay, here are like, I don't know, genetic makeup or whatever. I don't know exactly how to go into it. I've never researched anything like this before, of people and certain people. And when they got this, whatever, chickenpox, whatever, nothing really happened to them. They just had it and whatever. So really, so somebody in this group wouldn't need a vaccine. Oh, here's a family history where of these people with this particular genetic makeup where shit can hit the fan. So they'd probably be better with a vaccine versus not. And have that with every single thing that we have vaccines for. Instead of making everybody get a vaccine, why don't we have any type of research behind that? So that we have something that's available for those who might be more compromised in certain situations, and other people who wouldn't be, they don't have to get the vaccine. Novel concept, I know. I think that it's only fair, because there are a lot of things that just seem to have had more of a negative impact on my family than not when it comes to vaccines. I mean, look, man, if I get sick, I'm more than happy to just hang out in my hidey hole until I feel better. Or, can I have a Zoom call appointment with my doctor and be like, hey, I feel like this or whatever. Can you send me some meds and have some medication delivered? Oh, look at that. Take that. And wouldn't you know it, 2 days later, I'm fine. If that's the route that I have to take. Something, I don't know. I mean, but I'm fine with that. So, yeah, I think Bernie Sanders should have let RFK at least finish his sentence. I do get that, Bernie Sanders is over here standing behind vaccines. Okay, fair, whatever. But if you don't let somebody finish their sentence, you're not going to be able to get their answer. I mean, like at the end of the day, he is going to still be communicating with Donald Trump when he is making decisions. And if he's sitting there telling you, like, by the way, Donald Trump is like, he's expecting that like these types of negotiations are going to happen. I don't see what's really wrong with that. I don't see how that really necessarily makes him a puppet for him. I think that he's just saying like, yeah, whether or not, even if I like it, he wants this to happen. So, oh, what a baby. Man, Chongus is so much more relaxed and comfortable now. Oh, baby, you just wanted to lay down. Man, these dogs are really cute. You can only see Penelope, but the other two are also very, very cute right now. Okay. What else do we want to talk about? It's been like an hour and a half. That's pretty cool. You know, I really do. I just need to like move to another state where at least like one of my content creator friends lives, and just have a little setup for multiple people to be able to hang out on a stream and just and do that. So, because right now I'm like, I thought I saved more stuff, but I didn't. And now I don't have anything to talk about because that dank DeMoss, man, that thing, I can't believe her. I'm in shock. Oh, KMax coming in hot with another $5. Some other streamer sets up stream goals like $50 to get the dog out. In your case, Courtney, all 3 dogs for a fee, a stream goal. I remember this is gonna actually make me really sad, but Legal Vices, he would have his dogs. People always said that he had his dogs behind a paywall, and he had like a special dog cam that would be aimed on the dogs. When they reached a certain monetary goal, which I thought was fun. That fucking sucks that he died. I can't believe he died. It's like weird to me to think that he died, but then like he was in Korea, and so he would be streaming. It'd be late night for him, but it'd be early in the morning for me. And so like I would have him playing like when I would try to get ready for my day. Oh, it makes me really sad. It just makes me extra sad, like when his friends like will mention it on social media. Like, I really miss my friend. I'm like, oh my God, everything hurts now. And like his son has been really interactive with like his friends' audiences. And so like he'll be in the chat and everyone's like, yeah, yay. And like, oh, it just breaks my heart. He was so cool. What a freaking cool dude. And really fucking funny. Yeah, that's really sad. Now I'm fucking sad. I'm gonna start crying. So we're gonna stop talking about that. But I do need to start coming up with like, well, okay, here's the thing. I have to come up with like a few things by the end of the year, okay? And that is coming up with something like a stream goal, right? It's hard to navigate that though when you're still like at like a size like this because you know, sometimes I'll have like I've never had more than like 25 viewers. Or maybe I've had like there's one big night where I had like 35. That was a big time, right? So it's hard to come up with like stream goals when your audience is usually between like 10 to 25 viewers depending on the hour and how interesting I am, okay? So there's that. And then also having like a schedule. That's been something I think I'm just it's so like I want to make it convenient for other people, but like that doesn't really matter. It's just sort of like if you're there, like they will come, like stuff will happen. You just have to do it, right? So that's one of my issues is that like I keep worrying about like how is that going to work out like for other people, like if it's for them to like watch it and stuff. Like, but I might go back to doing late night. I don't know. Cause I mean, that was like a fun schedule. And I just feel like that just sort of, I don't know, just kind of works. Anyway, we'll figure it out. And then if I were to get there, like coming up with like a stream schedule, then I will actually have time to clip my stuff and then because like clipping my work like that actually I got a huge boost in subscribers when I was actually like posting clips from live streams. So I definitely need to start doing that again. I need to have like just a schedule of like this is when I stream, this is when I clip the stuff or whatever, and then what? Oh yeah. And so then I can get like a boost in subscribers and then that and like viewership and all that. And then that will help me figure out like what kind of stream goals we can start doing. And then there was something else that I wanted to do. Well, of course, there was like working on my thumbnails and stuff. I think that'll also help me get to a point where I can get like better software to make better thumbnails. Yeah, Courtney, just get that shirt you put on Twitter. You'll have 100K subscribers. Except my channel will get shut down. Yeah, more people will probably watch after the day is done. See, that's the thing is like it's hard to have stream goals if everyone if no one's watching, they're gonna watch later. Um So Courtney, today's shirt is very covering. Yes, it's true. I'm gonna tell you, I only have like 8 shirts to begin with, and so I just need to like I need to load up on more shirts. This is not how you made your start. Right. But guess what? Actually, when I was covering up more, people started subscribing more. So there is that. I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out. But yeah, those are some of my goals in the next few months. Just get a schedule. Get a schedule. I need to get a schedule and because then that will actually help me also figure out like planning topics and stuff. Cause whoa, what a mess. I'm playing the bongos on Chongus right now. Zia does one snack stream. I would never be able to do that. She has better restraint throughout the week than I do. I would be a beached whale. But I would like to make sure to have like specific like I guess themes for streams, like one where we talk about like different topics and stuff, and then another one where it is kind of more of a free for all of fun, where we do dumb shit, like I'm playing instruments and maybe I don't know, maybe one of the stream goals could be I just change into different outfits and like I don't know, do stupid stuff. I don't know. So I need to come up with some goals for this channel if I really wanted to take off, because it can just get a little disorganized and kind of messy sometimes. I don't want to do that. What instruments do you play? Well, yesterday I realized I can play hot cross buns. Yeah. So also whoa. I sound like a drunkard. And then, you guys, we haven't seen this one in a minute. So there's that. I have a cowbell around here somewhere. And then are you able to start memberships? Would you want to? That's actually another thing that I need to do is I need to have a better schedule so that if doing something like memberships, I can actually have stuff scheduled properly to do members only content every month. Because I try to do that on Discord and it failed miserably. I'm not like that good with using Discord in general. And then every time I like tried to make Discord content, it just came out really shitty and I just didn't really know what to do. And so I was just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do here. So I need to like actually come up with like members only content. Well, and that's another thing is just like start off slow and just do like, okay, low tier or like low price or something, whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? Memberships where like once a month on such and such day, we do a members only live stream and like start with that and then just kind of slowly work my way into doing more stuff and like being able to build up like higher tiers for other things that I would actually be able to do. Because it's really hard. Like I've been wanting to do more watch alongs in the Discord, and that's been hard to fit in, and that's not like a members only thing. And so like like I don't want to say there's no benefit to it because it is really fun to do that. But like if I spend a whole day like watching movies all day, it's fun and like you know I'm interacting with everybody who's there and like it's a really good time. But then like now you have a shit ton of time taken away from editing content or creating membership only content or like doing a live stream, like stuff that actually like boosts the channel, like stuff like that. And so I really have to like be able to balance that out. Do you need 1K for memberships? No, I can do them right now. Because that falls in the like super chat category. 1,000 is for ad revenue. But if people want to hurl their money at me, whether it's in the form of a membership or super chat, they can do that. So that's another thing too, is I really want to get to a point where I have over 1,000 subs and like enough over 1,000 subs to where like I'm not worried about dramatically dropping under 1,000. Yeah. How about a guest or co-host? Keanu once a week as a co-host. Well, the thing is, like, I feel like once a week is a lot to ask of somebody when my channel is this small. Like, there isn't any benefit for them unless they do like a simul stream on their own channel. Then like that could work if we just had something, you know, like how Nightlife was set up for Chrissy and Keanu. But I don't know. And that's another thing too, is like, I don't really know, what, like, you know, other people have so many other things going on for their own channels and stuff. So it's just like, it all is like, depends on what, how that would work for them as well. Cause for me, I'm like, okay, I'll try and like, I'll make my schedule work, but that doesn't mean that that's easy for other people to do that. And so I really just, what I'd like to do instead of relying on other people to like help me, like other content creators, to like help me get like help me grow. I'd rather just make sure that I have my own roots set first and then make it actually worth other people's time. Yay, McGuinevere coming in hot with that $9.99. One woman band. Courtney makes me happy. Yay. It does not make Chongus happy. She's upset with me, but you know, what are you going to do? Can't please them all the time, can ya? Whoa, Frank coming in hot with that $20. I don't know what you mean. What are you hurling at? Oh, you're hurling money at me. So my brain immediately was like, oh, are you throwing up? Please. But yes, hurl all your money, hurl all your money, hurl all your money, hurl all your money. Yay! K-Max coming in with that $5 for the 3 dogs all at one time fund. Yay! I don't know if I'd be able to fit them all on the screen. I would have to get a separate I'd have to get a separate camera set up, and then hurling is what you do when Pearl shows up. Fucking Pearl. She's so gross. I can't believe she had the balls to call herself mid. Like, she's at best a 3. Does she not realize that she is like a freaking wildebeest? Did you see Pearl's doing more? No. I muted her on Twitter, and I've never been subscribed to any of her content or anything. And I just really don't want to I don't want to see anything that she does. You know what? Okay, I just want to tell you something. There was a cooking video that she posted and deleted. Okay. She found a tomato soup recipe that was supposed to take 20 minutes. Okay. It took her 3 hours to do it, to make it. And she didn't even blend the tomatoes. And she was like, well, it's like really chunky, but I think it's because like he had that thing, because she's like following a video. And she's like, well, he had that thing, that like chopped him up. She was talking about a food processor. She doesn't even know what a food processor is, which, by the way, I don't even own a food processor. I don't know if there's even a difference between a food processor and like a blender. I guess there is. I don't really know. But I could just pop the tomatoes into my blender and blend them up if I needed to in a pinch, if I was trying to make tomato soup. But also, I'm well aware that if I wanted to make a soup out of a fruit or a vegetable, I'm going to need something like a food processor to get it all blendy and soupy. It took her 3 hours to make a 20-minute soup, and she didn't even blend the tomatoes. And then her boyfriend started eating it. And in my experience, men are like garbage disposals when it comes to eating food. Like, most men, like, they're not very picky. They're just like, yeah, fuck it, it's food, cool. Like, especially if it's homemade, like, they're just like, homemade food, this is great. Like, my brother, the other night, like, I made some spaghetti, and I knew it was like right before he was going to the gym, but I was starving. I was like, I am not. I wait for no one. And so, like, I made spaghetti, and I was like, like, you're going to the gym and all that, but like, if you want some, I made some. And he came out and ate it. I was like, I don't know how you do that. How do you eat like right before going to the gym, especially so much? And he was like, listen, man, I don't care how sick I am at the gym. If it's like hot and fresh, like and ready, it's so much better than if I just wait for it until later. And I was like, yeah, that's true. That's very true. But I was also like, oh, he just really, all he wants is like a home cooked meal. He just wants to sit down and eat a home cooked meal, And I feel like that's how men usually are. Like, it's not like, it doesn't have to be amazing. It doesn't have to be like a 5-star Michelin or whatever. It's just a home cooked meal. And for this dude was eating her soup, and right there in the camera, she didn't even cut it out. He was like, yeah, like, needs pepper or whatever. He was like talking about how like it wasn't very good. It's tomato soup. How do you make tomato soup not good? It's tomato soup. Can you cook? That would be a fun stream. I don't have a setup that I could properly do a cooking stream, because I use my desktop. And I'm not lugging this shit around. Maniac Mansion subscription tier. Oh my God. I would never, that would have to be like a really high priced one, because I would just be sitting here playing Maniac Mansion over and over and over and over again. Just hours every day, hours and hours and hours. But that'd be fun. She could have even tried crushing them with a spoon if she didn't have a blender or a food processor. And here's the thing: is like, I don't understand, baby. You got all that money and you don't have any kitchen appliances whatsoever. Like I have certain kitchen appliances, like they're not very good. They're like very shitty. But like I still managed to buy a cheap blender for my house. I still managed to buy like a cheap toaster. Like, what are we doing here? You don't have a fucking blender? Pretty much men are simple. Yeah. I mean, granted, like, yeah, the food should be at least like edible enough, right? Like it shouldn't be, but even if you're to make like, I don't know, a thing of like Kraft mac and cheese, probably not top on the list. But if it's just like it's like I don't know, maybe that's not like a good example. Like I make steaks and baked potatoes often. And, I take fresh bacon, I cut it up myself and I heat that up. Those are my bacon bits, right? I always have fresh green onions chopped up. I've got the baked potato, the timing and everything perfect. Like the potato comes out like perfect and fluffy. Now with the steaks, I'm aware that I do need I need like a skillet. I need a cast iron skillet to really take it up a notch, and I don't have that. All right, fine. But I at least make sure that it's doused in Worcestershire. I make sure that the steaks are at least room temperature before cooking them, because if they're like really cold and then you put them on a hot pan, it is fucking disgusting. And I do my best to avoid it looking like a pile of boiled rotten flesh, right? I want it to be as brown as possible. Yes, I do get some gray banding. I know. Not a chef, but there have been times where I'll eat one of those steaks that I made and I'm like, holy crap, how did I do that? That's incredible. Maybe it wasn't good enough to be in at a steakhouse. Probably not, but it is delicious. And like that meal right there, put a little Caesar salad on the side or something. That's something that's like, you have that like hot and freshly made for your dude when he comes home. That's going to be a happy man. That is going to be a happy man. And that's something that like he would much rather have than going through like a fast food drive through or coming home to leftovers or whatever, right? It's just crazy to me. Like she doesn't know how to make anything. And she's what, 28 or something like that, 29. Like by that time in my life, I was making a lot. Like I didn't have the steaks down just yet, but like there were a lot of things that I had already been learning how to make. Like I bought a couple of recipe books at that point, and like I was learning actually how to make really good like fattening foods, trying to make them like lower in calories. And I did actually find some pretty decent recipes that I actually did pretty good with. Not all of them. Some of them I was like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, I was already like learning how to cook or not learning how to cook, but hi. Snort. But yeah, I was still trying to make food that was edible and like at least just for myself, right? So I just find it like fascinating that this woman doesn't even want to make food for herself. And like there was some picture she posted not too long ago. I only find these things out because I watch Tree of Logic, to be honest. Like she keeps me in the know when I feel like catching up on some Pearl shit. But she like posted some picture of her holding up a plate. It was just chicken nuggets. There was nothing else. There wasn't even sauce. It was just chicken nuggets. And she was like she was bragging about how she made food for her boyfriend. I'm like, he could do that. He knows how to push buttons and shove food into a contraption. What are we doing? What? How, like, Like I make cheeseburgers and fries, right? Obviously with the fries, you just shove them in the oven for a while, whatever. But the burger, again, like I have the raw beef. I put a shit ton of Worcestershire. I make sure that it's like not, make sure it's still like pink in the middle or whatever. And then you use the plastic cheese. And then, you know, you have all the fixings. You got to have Thousand Island dressing and the hamburger slices and all the pickle slices. That's the only good pickle for a cheeseburger, right? Guarantee you she would not be able to figure that out. I entered at fries. Oh, you missed the I was basically talking about how hilarious it is that Pearl does not know how to cook. And cooking is just such a funny concept to me when people are like, I don't know how to cook. Like, how do you not know how to cook? Like, I'm not a chef and I'm not like really, really good at cooking shit. But no, I know how to cook. Like, I know how to heat something up, like heat up a pan or an oven and then shove something in there or whatever. Like, you know, when cooking something on the stove, like looking at it and going like, this looks like it's edible enough or whatever. Like, so how do you take a tomato soup recipe that's only supposed to take 20 minutes to make? It takes you 3 hours to make it and you didn't even blend the tomatoes. How in the fuck do you do that? And then on top of that, you brag about heating up some chicken nuggets. Like, I made food for my man. What did you do? Bitch, I make steaks and baked potatoes. I can make a cheeseburger. And honestly, there are certain restaurants, maybe it's just some of them around here, that I think I make a better cheeseburger than. Okay? When was the last time you made your boyfriend an edible cheeseburger? Like if you're in the mood for tacos, burgers, steak, potatoes, spaghetti, those for sure, you're not going to be disappointed. Just let me know. I'll have it ready for you. And yeah, I mean, it's not hard to follow a recipe. Eatable, you mean edible is the correct word, sir? Not that burnt shit burger. See, and that's one thing I was saying was like, yeah, you do 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire per. I know I say it stupid. What is it? Worcestershire? I don't fucking know. Per pound of beef. Okay, get it going. Sometimes the shape of the burger is a little off. It can get a little wonky. Whatever. You can't see it when it's under the bun. All right. And then you don't want to cook the meat. It can't be cold. It needs to be like room temperature before you throw it in that pan. Okay. Because it will taste just like gross dead carcass. It doesn't matter how much salt and pepper you put on it. It does not matter how much Worcestershire sauce you put on it. It doesn't matter. It's gross. Don't do it. But yeah. And then you just, when you're cooking it, it needs to be pink in the middle. Okay. And it can't look like boiled rotten flesh either. Okay. Again, I make a fucking bang up cheeseburger. I make a pretty mean steak, baked potatoes. And I'm going to make some steak and baked potatoes when this live stream is over. When you feed a man red meat, he will eat all your red beef. Oh man. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, I find that woman very fascinating though. Are you kidding me? Like, Pearl, what is wrong with you? How did you? Olga's here. Olga, hello. Should we send Olga the link? Olga, do you want to join and hang out? Because I'm just like shooting the shit right now. I'm talking trash about Pearl for no reason. Well, somebody brought it up. And I'm just fascinated with the fact that she doesn't know how to cook at all. She followed a freaking recipe, a tomato soup recipe that was supposed to take 20 minutes to make. And this bitch took 3 hours to make it. She didn't even blend the tomatoes. She doesn't even know what a blender is. Oh, she says, will do. Ooh, that's my whole music right now. Ooh, 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 ooh. X is over capacity. Wait a few minutes and try again. Get out of my face with that nonsense. There we go. Round 2, fight. All right. Sent. You had that jazz tone for a second. I wouldn't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was occupying my brain or something. Yeah, listen to Lounge Singer. Quick chat. Everybody fix your hair, put on some cologne, deodorant, make sure your butt is clean, all that stuff, because we have to look good for our guest. Okay? Don't be embarrassing me in front of Olga like that, okay? But yeah, no pressure. If you do feel like joining, though, you're more than welcome to. I need to fluff my blanket in the dryer right now. But I feel bad because my cute little baby Chunga, she's in my lap and I don't want to get up and move, but like that blanket definitely needs to be like fluffed. Hi, Chunk. Come here. Come here. Come here. I know. Oh my God. They're all freaking out. Oh, you're gone for 2 seconds. Oh, I need your babies. Okay, come on. Whoa. These things are insane. Okay, 1 second. BRB. Butt rock babies. I forgot that Jonathan Davis beatboxed and scatted in Freak on a Leash. Does anybody remember this? Go! That guy became a millionaire from that, by the way. Here I am doing that for free, and homie was getting millions of dollars to do that on stage every night. But like seriously, how come we didn't talk about that more? Jonathan Davis is over here with his dreadlocks. Go! And we just accepted it. We turned him into a millionaire. What? We did that. We were like, this is perfect. Thank you, Jonathan Davis. I mean, for crying out loud, nowadays he would have been protested and harassed. Okay. It took a little bit longer because as soon as I got up, they were like, you're gonna let me go potty? And like, I mean, according to push-ups, I just let them piss and shit all over the floor inside the house. But what I did do instead was I opened up the back door and let them go in the backyard. You need a dog fanny pack. I mean, I have that baby carrier that I'll put Cricket in, but I don't know if I could put all of them in at the same time. AFK, cleaning butt. Yeah, clean your butt. BRB for life. BRB for life. Ooh, Adam Choi showed up. Hello. Should I just send everybody the link now? Do you want to join me for this chaos? Because I'm out of control and don't know what I'm doing. Oh man, I should have grabbed. You know what? And we're back. Okay, hold on. All right, everybody. Did you clean your butt? Did you fix your hair? Are you ready? Did you put on your cologne? Okay. Prepare. Don't embarrass me in front of our guests, all right? Okay, everybody. Are you ready? Please take a moment to welcome the lovely and talented, incomparable Olga Peppers. What am I doing? Hold on. I did that wrong. I hit add to stage and then I'm like, I think I needed to change my
What's up, beautiful?
Hi, lovely. Hello.
Trying to sit where the glare doesn't do the
Oh
glasses.
God.
Anyway, look at
that.
you. Wait, I didn't even notice what you were wearing. And this is what I just happen to be wearing all day. Just FYI. We're both in black. How do you look that good all the time? The makeup is freaking on point. The pink. I mean, just everything.
Thank you. Well, I'll be honest, I don't really know. I
wasn't able to watch the whole live. And I don't know if you did 2 lives today because I saw you earlier. You said something. What was it? You saying earlier? Oh. Yeah, now I'm distracted because now I got you. But I was just like, when I double checked, I'm like, oh, she's still live. And I just finished working. And I go, I just want to say I love you. Like, I just freaking adore you. I'm just happy to see you. And then you're like, yeah, you want to come on? I'm like, oh, shit.
I mean,
I didn't even think you would see the chat.
But, I see your name pop up. I was like, oh my God, it's been so long. I gotta, because what's even funnier, that the timing of this is hilarious. Because I was even thinking like, okay, when the stream's over, I actually need to, oh,
that's the part that you had steak and potato.
Oh yeah.
That's the part that when I saw you were live and I chimed in for a second while I'm multitasking and I heard somebody said, did you eat today? And you were like, oh, but I do have a steak and potato ready for after the stream. And I didn't even know what time that was. And so when I go back to my YouTube, you know, when you log in, whatever, and I see you're still live and I'm like, what? So I click on it. I was like, most of the times I watch you, or at least I chime for a couple minutes. I just don't have the time to like text or anything so that you know that I'm actually there.
Right. I know. It's so funny. It's so weird. Like, when you do a lurk, because like,
Oh, that's
like
what it's called,
especially
a lurk.
yeah, when you're like lurking, because like especially for me, like I can be really active in some live chats, but it's really easy for me, like when I'm like active in like say Keanu or Chrissy's chat, because like I mean, I talk to them all the time, right? Like I interact with them all the time. I've done live
Right.
streams with them. Like it's really easy to just throw out whatever. I'm like very comfortable with their viewers. And so like but then if I'm watching somebody else's chat, and maybe I don't know, I'm not familiar, especially if I'm not very familiar with people in the chat, I'm like, I don't know if I should be like what I can and can't say around here. And if people are gonna like understand like my sarcasm or my joke, like my sense of humor. So I don't really like chime in as much. So but it can feel awkward for me sometimes if I lurk people's live streams. So I'm like, okay, now I feel like I'm like spying on them or something.
No, I just typically, I mean, even Chrissy's, all her shows, like Chrissy in the Morning or whatever it is, I always want to, but I'm like, if I'm working, I can't. And then maybe if I'm working where I'm not talking to a client per se, I can still listen to it while I'm like, whether it's invoicing or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just, if I can't really participate in the chat, I feel like, why just I'm here? You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm here to support. I smashed that like button. Has everybody smashed the like button? And then I at least, even if I put you in the background, then I believe that the YouTube will see the algorithm that you have one more person watching, and I hope that you get more. Dude, you are, I never got, it took me at least a year, if not more. I don't really remember, but like to get the super chats and all that. Dude, you're rocking it. Like you're the bomb.
Thank you. I know I'm taking advantage of the time I have and like trying to hustle it out. But yeah, I was thinking about, because I wanted to do like a little fun celebratory live stream just from like
I saw that.
And I was like, yeah, we'll do one. I originally was thinking about doing one just this last Tuesday. Wait, was that when I wanted to do it? I don't freaking yeah. And I was like, okay, so I'm actually gonna send out a DM like a few days in advance to like just let everybody know, like, hey, we're gonna do this thing. I'll send out a link to you guys in the morning if you want to come out. It's gonna be another marathon stream, so show up when you can or when you want to or whatever. And we're just gonna have a little party. And it's funny because like just like the whole, when I was planning on sending out that message, the whole weekend I was just so like bogged down to the point where I'm like, I can't even type a message right now. Like everything just sucks. And then it turned out I didn't even have the time to do like a big long marathon stream anyway. So I was like, okay, well, I'm glad I didn't send out that message and then be like, never mind, haha, see you later.
Yeah, right.
But so the timing on this is very quite might be cosmic, if you will, because I was like, okay, I actually do have time. I can do this next Monday. Maybe I'll send out a DM after the live stream. Just heads up. This is what I'm planning on doing on Monday. If you want to join us, and then here you are.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good.
Because I heard something. I don't know how many lives ago, yesterday or the day before, where you weren't feeling well. You weren't feeling well for a bit, but you came back.
Yeah, I was like, it was like almost a month. It was like 3 weeks or so where I was just like, not good at all. It's so crazy. I didn't even realize it. Like, I just felt like I got that migraine, and I never had one that affected me for as long as that one did. And then once the typical migraine symptoms went away, like the headache and nausea, light sensitivity, I just felt like I couldn't do anything. Like I would get up and I was like, taking a shower was
exhausting,
an effort. Yeah. And I'm like, that's the one thing if I'm feeling crappy, if I'm feeling tired, if I'm feeling like, I need a refresher. I know I'm like, I will take a shower. I love taking showers. Actually, I very much enjoy getting myself very clean. And, like, I know I'm going to feel so much better. I know that's just going to help refresh me a little bit. And the fact that I didn't even want to take a shower, like there was one day where it was probably like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And I'm like, I know this feels so just like big task, but I need to do it. I will feel so much better. I'm going to sleep better tonight if I take a shower. Like, and so like I actually got up, I took a shower, and then I made it a point to even change my sheets. And I was like, I know I just changed my sheets like just the other day or whatever, but like I'm doing it again because I want the freshest of fresh. I'm going to take a shower. Yeah. And I'm going to be like, I'm going to shave everything you could think of other than my head. And like, I'm going to be so smooth and moisturized and cleansed. And then my bed, same thing, just the freshest of fresh. And I felt so good. I felt so good. But like, even then I still woke up and was just like, I don't feel like talking to anybody. I don't feel like I don't feel like I can even think straight. And even like the last couple of days off and on, like my last few streams, I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I can't really think straight, but whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. But we're going to do this anyway. We'll wing it. We'll figure it out. I'm, like, I'm like, I don't care. All I know is that like, I have a goal with this channel and I need to get to that goal. And I can't do that if I don't at least put forth some sort of effort. Right. So that was kind of where I've been the last few days, but I was even talking about it earlier today. I ran out of vitamin D, like sometime probably in December, right before the migraine, really. And I was like, okay, well, I'm a baller on a budget right now. That might be a little, not unnecessary expense, but so we'll just wait, until, we get to a different place financially. And thankfully I actually had a little bit more money than I thought I did. And I was like, okay, no, I have to get this because it like, I just was feeling so like, like
that's what I heard something about that when you were like, maybe I should move like to Florida or like somewhere where like the sun really affects you. Like I don't know if it was a live stream from 2 days ago, but I happened to chime in that very moment and I was going to text you, but I was like, should I bother her? Should we like, cause I'm sunshine. When you don't have vitamin D, I'm your sunshine. Like, feel free, honey. Cause literally, just like I believe that everybody has a purpose. And so for me, you're my sunshine. That's a fact.
Aww.
That's not just I'm supporting you on the stream. I mean, I met you on Chrissy Mayer's podcast.
Yeah. Oh man. That feels like it was a century ago now.
I know. In fact, somebody just texted me a couple days ago. It was like, or not a couple days ago, maybe like a week ago. And they're like, how come you don't go back there? And I didn't respond. Not on purpose. I was just going to respond later and I didn't. And I'm like, well, first, Chrissy hasn't asked me. Second, I think usually people like ask her like, when's Olga coming back? Or like a super chat or something like that. But I'm going, honestly, it's hard for me to stay up till 9 and then to stay up until like 11 or midnight. I would love to, but it really takes a lot from me because I literally wake up. Look at me. I believe I said the word literally like 5 times in 2 sentences. So anyway, I didn't want to say anything because I was just like, what am I supposed to say? And like Chris has been doing his podcast stream and he tagged me and I'm like, man, if I'm still up, I'll totally join. But and with, it's not just for Chrissy, just anybody. And it messes up because it's a Sunday night. And it messes up the fact that I do wake up no matter what at 4 or 5 a.m. And then if on Monday is my busiest day, so like Simcast, it's just like, it's a bad night time. Not that Chrissy wants me back. Because maybe she doesn't.
I think, well, actually after she had the bean, being a mom is like, especially a first time mom, it can be really chaotic trying to like, I'm not even a mom and I have a hard time like navigating my own shit. Right.
Yeah,
and so having that cute baby. So big. And so I think she was, I don't know. Because she sent me a text not too long ago and was like, hey, I'm trying to plan out Simpcast like in advance now. So do these dates work for you? And I was like, yeah, whatever. So whatever. So I think that was kind of what it was it was just sort of like, we all know that Simpcast is happening on Sunday. There are plenty of people in her circle who know like that Simpcast is happening. They've been there. They've been on Simpcast before. And so like, if she'll just kind of like send the link to the people that are more than likely going to show up.
Sorry to interrupt you. You're so good with me. You're so I fucking love you.
I mean, I get it.
Like, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I get it because I have severe ADHD. Like, if you get a thought in your head, it's like, I gotta say it right now.
Well, now when I'm menopausal, it's like, no, if I don't, I won't remember it. So I don't know if it was on X. Somewhere popped up that someone was like, "Is Keanu okay?" Or like, "Are you guys mad or something?" I guess because she hasn't been on a. I don't know. I just saw it, and I think I saw Krista respond like, "No, she's fine." But was that really a thing? Like she hasn't been on the show, and
Oh, well, I mean, it's sort of not really. So there is one thing like with Simpcast, like she is trying to have, like Chrissy is trying to have like different people on the panel every week.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because for a while there, it was like Keanu and I were definitely there almost all the time, right? And then there would be other people that would show up like on a somewhat regular basis or whatever. And like I was like, from a viewer's perspective, I would probably be like, okay, what is this? Just like it's the same people over and over again. Like, are we gonna get like different people to show up and have like different? There was like,
Yeah, but when you love your people, you look forward. Like I go, oh
yeah,
you're gonna be there. Kiana's gonna be there. Leela Hart, like
like all my favorites. Where would I go anywhere else? So there's also that like, yeah, why would I want to like, why wouldn't I enjoy that?
So her
but
audience
at the same time,
her to mix.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but at the same time, like she has so many great people that are, a part of that circle that she could easily like rotate it out enough to where like, because, having, 55 of us all on the same panel.
Yeah, it's too much. No, honestly, sometimes when she has like 4, I prefer, that's me personally. I prefer like maybe 4 or 5, but when she has like 6, 7 or something like that, I'm like, I'm not saying it's bad. I just go, I don't know, just because it's just human nature. People are going to talk over each other, and it just takes me more time to be like, what, who said what? And I'll literally rewind. Be like, I'll literally I want to know like who said what I just heard. But that's just
like the last time that we did Simpcast, when Keanu and I were on Simpcast, like we we were talking about the whole Melanie Mac thing or whatever. And at one point I glanced at the chat and someone was like, Courtney, say something. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, first of all, there are like at least 2 people on the panel right now that have a lot to say about this. They're like I don't care. Like I think about whatever happened with Melanie Mac or whatever. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't watch her content. She has no idea who I am. We've never met. We've never interacted. Right? Like, there's nothing here that
not even on Simpcast. You weren't together with her on Simpcast ever?
No.
Oh,
yeah. So like it was just. I don't have anything to say. I don't have an opinion about this. And so like, what am I supposed to say? Hey, everybody shut up. I don't care. Like, so there's also that dynamic too, where people are like, I don't understand, like on whatever topic, these 2 people or however many people, they have so much to say. And these other people aren't talking. But like, if you watch the whole thing, you notice like certain topics, certain people are going to be really chatty, whereas they won't be with other topics. Right. So that's kind of, I think, like the hope when you have a bigger panel. But yeah, I think like 4 or 5 is probably really good. Cause like a lot of, it's very possible for people to just be like talking over each other, people feeling like they're not like getting much in or whatever. So, yeah, but I think it'll be good, like for her to be able to like do more of a rotation again. Cause that's how it usually always is anyway. But yeah, like there was just like the whole thing with them, like when we were talking about Melanie Mac, Keanu had a lot more to say about it. She did a live stream about it and like,
hold on, I want to look it up. I don't know who this is. Melanie Mac, you said?
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I just want to see like if I've seen her face because sometimes I don't remember the names.
Yeah.
Melanie.
Yeah. Melonie.
Mac, Mack. Is that it?
Mac.
Oh, I got it. Melanie Mac, go boom.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen her face. See, I don't remember her name.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Got it.
That was like a whole thing. And then like Chrissy, like nightlife, she hasn't done nightlife in a couple weeks. But like just last night, she went to I think she went, like it was at a comedy club and Brett Cooper was there. Brett Cooper was doing
the stand or something. I just saw that on X.
Yeah. And so like, yeah, you could skip nightlife for that.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably a good reason to skip nightlife. And then of course with Simcast, it's just like a rotating panel. That's she's trying to get back into doing that. And so it doesn't mean that like there's a like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know everything that's going on with it because it's not like it's not like everyone's like filling me in on stuff. Like that's just pretty much the extent of what I know about it though. Is like nightlife was skipped a couple of times.
You make
and
me
she
laugh
wants
without even, you
Simcast.
barely say anything. I'm fucking laughing. I'm sorry.
That's all. She was Simcast to have a rotating panel, and nightlife was skipped a couple times. I don't even know what's really going to be happening with Simcast in the future. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe it won't. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
what have you been now? What, 4 months now since you've launched?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
How do you feel about it? Because I was also very gun-ho. I was doing lives every day for like the first year. And then I'm like, it's draining me. I'm losing money over here. And then I want to have fun doing it. But I was like trying to beat the algorithm, which is how I finally got, actually, no, I think it was my reaction to Tom McDonald's video. I think was it the woke one, fake woke or something? And it caught on.
Yeah.
And then I got a bunch of subscribers like overnight. I was like struggling for like a year with maybe 300. And I was doing every day, or I think maybe the first few months every day. And then maybe I was like, okay, maybe I'll just do like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. I forget the schedule, but I stuck with it, and I was on time and all this stuff, just not just for the audience, for the algorithm, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, I'm out. And then as soon as I do this reaction, but there's specifically people that only watch, or like they're expecting a reaction video. And I'm like, I'm not a monkey. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, let's see another video. Let me react to it. What? I was reacting to it because it had a message that I wanted to add my 2 senses to. I know you already heard this. Let me shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I curse on the?
I mean, I've said very terrible things on here. I'm surprised I still have a channel. So there's that.
Honestly, in a way, like
somebody asked me to rank my favorite dictators. They wanted me to rank Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin, and Mao. I think it was.
I was gonna say Xi Jinping. No, Mao. Okay, and what was your favorite or the worst?
So my favorite was Hitler, and then Stalin, and then Mussolini. Only because Mussolini ignored Hitler's fan letters, and I don't like that. And I appreciate Stalin for he had like a disfigured face, and he was very insecure about that.
Yep.
And so
yep.
I that just gave him like, makes him a little bit more human, it gives him that, like, it humanizes him a bit. And I find that to be, very relatable. I feel like, yeah, if my face was disfigured, I would definitely make sure that any picture that was presented of me, that was not represented in the photo. However you do that. Back in the day, I believe.
In the exact same order you just gave it.
And then Mao, whatever, man.
Mao. I believe he's the most despicable of all of them, in my opinion.
Yeah. Wait, hold on a second. The dogs are dogging.
Well, you know me though. I don't just have an opinion, right? I use my intuition. And that guy, his vibes, as much as we were not just told or taught or read, whatever, that Hitler's the worst. I lived in Germany a couple of years. Doesn't make me an expert, but I'm just saying. And I went to Auschwitz. Anyway, that guy, that China boy, that guy, the vibes he gives me is worse than Napoleon. Like, because remember, especially people that, if they've ever read Nostradamus, right? Like the predictors, like Hitler, right? Like there's going to be these, they called them Antichrist. Well, Antichrist just means when you're against Christ, like you're against God, goodness, love. So they were supposed to be the worst. How did Mao never end up in Nostradamus? How the fuck? Because he to me felt vibrationally the worst. Like, I mean, okay, so in my opinion, you didn't even ask me. Should I?
Give me that
So
opinion.
government, the word govern is like a parent that's like, no, you can't go out. No, you can't wear that dress or something like that, right? So the govern, I always think is bad because all they give a fuck about is themselves, and they don't. We're just ants, right? We're like useless eaters, like that Harari guy says, or many of him, or like Schwab that eats the begs and all that. Okay, so I know how the government or people in power, the modern aristocracy. Again, English is my third language. I might say it wrong, but so I know that. So I understand that people that are like, I'm better than you, and and I'm royalty, blah, blah, blah. But Mao, I mean, look, could we just say the word Mao? I mean, if it was more like meow, or like Mao, a cute kitten, but Mao. And his vibe is just, it's more than evil. He thinks of people, or he did, because he's no longer around, as less than even bugs.
Yeah.
And I'm just telling you my gut feeling.
And that's the thing with Hitler. I mean, a lot of people are going to be like, what the hell, Courtney? But with Hitler, the thing is that, yeah, he was very upset with a group of people.
That's right.
And the thing is, like, no, I don't think his solution was the correct one. It's the same way I feel about Ted Kaczynski. But I do sympathize with the fact that he actually loved his country so much and wanted to save it, right? Like he was just so spracked out on freaking meth. His brain melted, and he really went like gung ho and made clearly a decision that none of us agree with. Okay,
yeah, right.
Fair enough. I don't think that it's good to do all that crap, but I do think that he genuinely he wanted to save his country. He loved his people, and for some reason thought that that was the right move. Yeah.
When you're methed out, I mean, even if you're coked up, right?
Yeah.
Like coke gives people this, like Superman feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm being very like colloquial. I think that's the right word I'm using. Like, I'm just really speaking like normal terms. I don't want to get fancy here. It's like very basic. I've seen people coked up. I've seen them before and after, and they get really cocky. And can you imagine methed out? And who's to know he didn't do coke on top of that? Freud was coked out
for years and years. Okay. Because this started before the 1936 Olympics. All right. There's video footage of him geeking out on that Pervitin or whatever it was. Okay. Which apparently, from what I've gathered, is that it was like an enhanced meth. Okay.
It was. Yeah.
So for years, this was going on before 1936. Guess what? The war started a few years after that. Right. So when you are repetitively doing this, because this, he wasn't treating this like a party favor. Okay. So you're repetitively doing this for years and years and years and years and years. And yeah, you're gonna be on a different planet and start making some wild decisions. I think one of my favorite stories about that time, though, was when Mussolini was like really wanting to drop out of the war. And so he met with Hitler and was like, listen, I want out. But Hitler was so geeked out. He is like shouting and grandstanding the whole time that Mussolini spent 3 hours listening to him just and finally gave up and left and didn't even get a chance to be like, listen, I need to get out of this. I want out of the war.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Like, what the hell is going on? Why are these people running our countries? This is insane. And I love that. I just love that story. I mean, it's terrible that he couldn't pull out of the war. It's terrible that the war even happened, and
he was a Gemini.
Hitler? Oh.
So being a Gemini, right? So can you imagine if you have I know the norm is like Geminis are two-faced. I mean, it's really not, but that's what a lot of people say, right? Like, oh, you're a Gemini, you're two-faced. And you know me, I know my astrology.
Wait, wasn't he born in April or no?
Hold on. Hold
Oh.
on. You're right. Because I think what I'm looking at, or am
Wasn't
I
it
remembering,
April?
is this maybe his ascendant? Hold on.
His
I think you're right. Because I do
'cause his-
remember like him being an Aries, right? April Aries.
he's April 20th. So I think it's
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I
right.
think
The
it's
cusp. Right. Because Chrissy Mary didn't want her beanie, her little bean to be born. Right. Hold
Yeah.
on. I mean, again, this is just information that we have. Who knows if it's real? So I'm looking at born April 20th. So, but either way, that's not Gemini. Gemini is June. So it says Sun Taurus, Moon Capricorn, Ascendant Libra. That's so weird. But see, here's my thing. Hold on. I'm looking at his chart and I'm going to look at Gemini. See, this is how my brain functions. Even if I might get your date wrong or, your ascendant and whatnot, that's the intuition. See, that's why I'm like, because first of all, who wrote astrology? You know what I mean? Who brought up the rules? Like who said this is that? You know what I mean? So I always go, okay, I'll take that information, but this is what I feel. And he's got Pluto and Neptune and Gemini in the 8th house. And this is typical of me, that when people are like, no, but you were wrong. I'm like, well, hold on. Because people are like, no, like say somebody says, I'm a Sun Virgo. Although you're a Sun Virgo. It's so funny because I didn't mean to do that. But like, but my moon is, I don't know, Leo, and my ascendant's Scorpio or something, right? And although I know what that means astrologically, I still look at it and I grab what I follow my instinct. And what's funny is that Pluto, hell, the underground, is in Gemini. And Neptune, the delusional one. Yeah. And what rules? I'm sorry. Neptune rules gases, drugs, escapism. And he happens to have those two planets in the 8th house of deep, like even psyche, like hidden stuff, secret shit. And he's got it in Gemini.
Wow.
That's probably where I got that from in my intuition. Not that I read the chart and I remember it wrong. I just remember feeling this.
Well, that's a lot. Actually, there's a lot of stuff if you think about it that rules in the 8th house. Like when you have like death, taxes, other people's money.
I love that you know this.
Which is like that's a lot. Like that's a lot of stuff that he was
Pluto and Neptune in Gemini in the 8th house. He had.
Yeah. Okay.
He was meant to get stoned or like be out of his fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he was meant to kill. Pluto's destruction. It's hell. And Gemini is not the double face, but like Trump is a Gemini with a Leo ascendant.
I'm a Gemini moon.
What's Trump's moon? I forget. I think it's Sag. I'm a Taurus moon, Leo sun, Libra ascendant, but my Venus is in Gemini. So for me, or for people typically with a Venus in Gemini, is like in their love relationships or just any relationship, they get bored. They're like, if you made me laugh one day and you don't do it anymore, I'm like, I'm bored. That Venus is in Gemini,
that Gemini has a lot of ADD energy.
Yeah. And you know how some people like sex a certain way, like whether it's missionary, whatever it is. But with the Venus in Gemini, you don't want that. You want constant surprises or change. Yeah. It's just about keeping engaged. Like,
I got
and it also means
in Leo in my 8th house, which means
what's in your 8th house?
I have Venus in Leo in my 8th house, which is basically like, hello, worship me in bed.
Yeah. But that's awesome because the thing is, you deliver with your Virgo sun. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
deliver. Like, no one will ever leave your bed going, oh my God, that was amazing. Like, they will. Like, nobody can ever go, did I tell you I know this guy who hooked up with some people think she's a comedian. I don't think she's funny, but what's her name?
Amy Schumer?
No. No, this guy slept with
But
the one that did the New Year's.
oh,
she's-
Winnie Cummings.
That girl. I guess she went to Penn or Drexel, and so they hook up. And I didn't know. I've known this guy since like 2005, but he just told me this in like 2021. He's like, do you know that I hooked up, that I was dating Whitney Cummings when she was in Philly? And I go, no, you never mentioned it. And he's like, you know, she's attractive, whatever. She still looks pretty good. He goes, but let me tell you something. She's horrible in bed. I was like, are you just saying that because you're jealous because she's like famous or whatever? And he's like, no, I swear. And by the way, because he's a Libra and he's got a bunch of Scorpio positions. And so he's a total slut whore. He's just always been my friend. I never hooked up with him. And matter of fact, that's when he calls me. Like after a couple of years, we don't talk to each other. He's like, why didn't you and I ever hook up? I'm like, because I could feel you, man. Like, you got issues.
Because I didn't want to.
I'm all about you with your 8th house Leo, where I'm all about you have to adore me, honey. If you don't.
Yeah.
So I go, that's why we didn't hook up. And that's why our friendship has persevered after all these years. But anyway, when he said about the Whitney Cummings, he wasn't really trying to trash her. And he goes, it's just as funny that, she's a comedian and she's succeeded.
Very much so, yeah.
But she was a total starfish. Like she didn't move.
That's hilarious because she had a bit about that in her stand-up about how like, I'm a woman. I don't have to be good in bed. I can just take a Tylenol PM and lay there.
What the legit?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I should see if I can find because this was like a really long time ago, back in her like Chelsea Lately days when she was on the round table a lot. Like,
yeah, I remember that.
She had like a shit ton of TV shows. Like I think she had the one show with Chris D'Elia, and then there was then Two Broke Girls, and there was like one other one. I can't remember what it was. It was very short lived, and it was around that time I remember seeing that because even on the show Whitney with Chris D'Elia, he played her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. She even made that joke in the show as well because I think he was saying something about spicing it up or whatever, and she was like, "What are you talking about? Like I don't have to do anything. Like I can just lay there. I'm the woman." And I was like, "Oh, that's a reference to the bit that she had." So this must have been what, like 2010, 2009, 2010, maybe 2011, around that time. Years and years and years. And that always stuck out to me because like I was like, yeah, well, when you're the woman, you're hot. And so like you probably don't have to put in as much effort, maybe. But like if you just lay there, the thing is like maybe I put more effort in than I think I do or something. Cause like I can't imagine just laying there or like not wanting
Me
to
either. First of all, that's not even comfortable.
Yeah, like I want to participate. If I'm in the mood, I want to. I don't want to be a spectator.
I'm into. Yeah, exactly. I want to eat you. I want to bite you. Or exactly.
I'm
hungry.
Quarterback here. All right.
It's like being hungry and you're like, "Can somebody put the spoon in my mouth?"
Yeah. No. Listen. Listen. I'm a quarterback. You're my tight end. All right. You receive what I'm giving you, and I'm going to do a damn good job.
Girl,
yeah, I believe in participation.
Yeah. And even men that I've, been married to or been with, like living with long term, whenever I'm just like, dude, I'm tired of her, right? Olga's hungry, damn it. Yes, I'm always hungry till the day I die. My friends used to say, Olga, don't you worry, like one day, when you're old, and I was like, even if I have no teeth, I can still suck it.
In fact,
I know it's horrible,
when I lose all my teeth.
What about your teeth?
When I lose all my teeth,
dude, I'm
get ready. It'll be a whole new experience.
I don't care how ugly I am. I'm sucking it. I'm not saying that I would do it to please the man. I'm just saying I love.
I like to know that I've accomplished something. Okay. If I'm already in it here, I am going to put in all the effort to see to it that I get my A+. All right. Like I need confirmation here that the effort that I'm putting in is going somewhere. Okay. So I can't just walk away being like, okay, no, like if you don't make it to the finish line, I didn't do my job. Which, and the thing is that like I will say, when we're talking about,
that's a Virgo. That's so sweet of you. I'm going. Like I said, if I'm living with someone or married, like long term, right? And we're living together, you can get very stuck in like routine or patterns or whatever, or comfortability, right? Let's have a quickie or something. And every time I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just too tired, can't move. And you know what they all say? I'd rather not. That's what I get. Because they're like, no. Because when you're on and you're doing your little MC Hammer, like that's what I want. I'm like, I can't do that shit every night.
Yeah. Hey, look, and that's fair. That's fair.
No starfish.
You know what?
No starfish.
Yeah. If I'm at a point where I feel like, I'm phoning it in a little bit, or I'm borderline starfish or whatever, then like perhaps tonight's not the night.
Exactly.
We'll just do this another time. But like, if I'm so uninterested in you that I just want to lay there,
right,
to the point where I could just take a Tylenol PM and pass out while you're doing it, then I'm not into you.
That's right. Amen, sister. I wish I could be like, yeah, I know, because I just pushed it, but I guess because I'm on your StreamYard, it ain't doing shit. Can you hear that?
A little bit. It's very quiet.
How about this one? Now
I can hear them, but they are very quiet.
Somehow it's not looping. It's not my stream. It's yours, baby.
Well, it's like it's there. We can hear it. It's coming through. Oh, maybe it's coming through the outwards and not the innards. Maybe it's.
Oh my God, we're going down. We're going down. What's that song? What's that song?
Oh,
Hit me in the.
It's going down.
I know the music, but I never know the words.
It's going down. I don't know either. I'm more of a pop punk girl, so my first thought is like, we're going down in an early around. Sugar, we're going down singing. I'll be your number one with a bullet.
That's never what I'm thinking.
And a bullet. That's
either like heavy metal, like Metallica.
Oh yeah.
That's when I'm having sex. That's what I'm doing. And when I'm about to come, I'm like. Like I'm not attractive. People are like, "Oh my God, I thought you were pretty." I'm like, not when I'm.
I'm messy as
totally
fuck.
retarded. I hope that's okay to say that.
Yes. No, we are actually.
I'm totally like
my chat they are my emotional support tards. So there is that.
Yes. Like, love you.
I'm the queen retard over here.
No, you're not.
You know what's really funny? What you made me to think of is I was actually talking about how I like. I don't do a whole lot. I don't go in situations where it's common for like somebody to get hit on, right? Like I leave the house. It's just I'm not going to places where like you're meant to like be hit on. Okay. Like I went and got my hair done, or like I go get acupuncture, or go to the grocery store, but I'm not like going to the club, right? So, or something to that effect. So I haven't been hit on in a very long time, but there was one time where I thought maybe somebody was about to hit on me.
Where?
And I was pulling into the Target parking lot, and I have a Honda Element. So, it's not like a compact like sedan or anything. And I whipped that baby around and I parked it perfectly. And I was blasting metal music. So like, I'm just pulling in and you just hear like, and like the car that my car was facing, this dude was getting in and was kind of like,
did he look good?
He did look good. He was quite handsome. He looked like he might have been a little bit older than me. He's like a lot more salt and peppery and stuff. And I was like, oh, he's an established man. And now, honestly, if I remember correctly, because this was a little while ago now, a couple years, but I think it looked like he might have actually had like construction type garb on. Like it looked like he was. I'm like, oh, he's a man in with a stable job in a very like in a trade. I find that actually to be very attractive. Like, oh, you didn't just waste your money on a degree and then like are struggling to get into some industry. Like you actually like you went to school for a very marketable skill. This is something you can always get work with. Like and you can either have a stable job, a stable schedule so that you can always be home, or if you need to make extra money for the family, there's always a way to like make money doing that. And it just
this guy because
I know I'm telling you because I'm like I will say because I was like I got the impression he was maybe like around 45. So he might like be like almost 50 right now. Something to that effect. And I was like, but I was just thinking like, cause he was kind of, peeping me a little bit, but I get awkward and I didn't really know what was going on. So I wasn't even sure, like, is he trying to say hi to me or am I just full of myself? What's going on? But let's be real. I mean, he probably was.
you're
like,
hot, honey. Come on.
But right. And I was, I wasn't looking like,
Of course he was thinking about you.
And so, but I was thinking like, so I got weird and a little nervous. I'm like, it's been so long since I've even talked to a man. Oh, what do I do? And so I think he got that vibe and just sort of left.
Or maybe he had a girlfriend
or something. Yeah, maybe I just caught his eye. And then he was like, oh, wait, oh shit, that's not my girlfriend or whatever. But I was like, that's very attractive. Here's this girl blasting metal. She parked her car like a normal person. Ladies, that's all you need to do.
That's right. Hate to say
we don't have to do much. Just like I was talking about earlier, but with Pearl, how she doesn't know how to cook. And I'm like, dude, it doesn't take that much. Like my brother.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. It was about Pearl. Because when I logged in,
maybe way earlier, it was I signed up for this thing called Treat Stream. Actually, I should link it in the chat now. But like, essentially, because everybody will hassle me every once in a while. Like, did you eat? Did you eat? Did you eat? I'm like, I've been with you for 5 hours. What do you mean? And so I'm like, yeah, if you want to hassle me about eating, you can just log in a Treat Stream, and you can your viewers can send food to you, and your personal information is not given to them. And so they just whatever food to your account, and then it can be sent to you while you're streaming. But then I was like, I don't need it because I've already eaten today, and I actually have some steaks and potatoes ready to be made when I'm done. But somebody mentioned Pearl way later on, and I was like, I can't believe it. She had a recipe right in front of her, and it was for tomato soup that should only take 20 minutes to make. It took her 3 hours. She didn't even blend the tomatoes. What are we doing? What is happening? So how does she not know? And like she bragged about making food for her boyfriend, and it was literally just a plate with some chicken nuggets on it. Like there wasn't even dipping sauce. There wasn't like maybe some mac and cheese or tater tots as well. Like we're having like a kid's meal today. Like, no, it was just chicken nuggets. It's just chicken nuggets. I'm like, this is what you do in the middle of the night when you're hungry and like you just want to throw something in a microwave and call it good. This isn't like, oh my God, you guys, dinner. Like this, it's just chicken nuggets. You don't even have anything else with it. Like, oh my God. And I'm thinking like, dude, I'll usually like make food like, I don't know, a couple times a week. And it's like enough to feed myself and my brother for like a couple days. And then I'll make something else. And so like, and he works out like usually he like, I don't know, 6:45, 7 o'clock or whatever. But sometimes I get hungry like, and food is ready at like 6. And I made spaghetti the other day. I was like, man, I've just been craving spaghetti. And he's like, yeah, it's kind of funny how like that's trash food, but man, sometimes it just sounds so good. And I was like, what are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. You saw my face. I was like,
I use arrabbiata sauce, not just your regular like marinara. All right. So there's that. Arrabbiata. It's so good. I love it. And so yesterday I ran a few errands or whatever, and then I made, was it yesterday? Whatever day, earlier this week. And we were eating, and then he was like, I was like, man, I don't know how you do that. Like you eat so much, you eat food, and then you go to the gym. And he was like, listen, usually I just eat like a homeless person. Like if he's left to feed himself, it's a rough situation. He's lucky that he has somebody around who at least wants to give him a hot meal every once in a while. But like, he's like, usually I'll eat like a homeless person. So, if somebody's going to make me like a hot, fresh meal, I'm going to get in on it, whether or not I'm going to the gym. And for me, I was like, oh, that's actually like, that kind of like, warms the heart a little bit. Like I almost started crying, just thinking like how grateful somebody can be in a moment where like, I'd rather be sick at the gym but enjoy this meal with my family that was freshly made, then wait for it to get cold and eat it afterwards. That's just like those little things. I'm like, men genuinely do. Those are actually signs from men, by the way, people, that they appreciate you or that they care about you, right? Whether it's a sibling relationship, or romantic relationship, or a platonic relationship, whatever it is, like that's a little thing, ladies, to pay attention to with your interactions with a man. Again, whether it's your brother or if it is a boyfriend or if it is just a friend or whatever. Like pay attention to that stuff. Like when they're doing something like that, where they're like, yeah, I'd rather like eat this hot, fresh meal with you. Because I'm appreciating the food.
Speaking of food, I gotta go because I made split pea
Mm.
soup. So I bought a ham. It was on
Yum.
sale. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you're making me
Okay.
so hungry, and I've been planning like I'm gonna eat dinner at 6:00. And so I look at the clock right now while you're talking. So I'm like,
Time to go.
making me hungry. God, sorry.
Yeah, I know. I actually, as I was talking about, like, I have steaks and potatoes ready to be made. I'm like,
But you're in
I should get this.
Washington.
Yeah, I am. But I
What time do you
also,
usually eat dinner?
the last time I ate was like
Noon?
9 o'clock,
9 a.m.?
8:30. Yeah. So that was like
You're
6.
3 hours behind? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like almost 3 right now. And so the potatoes will take an hour. And well, just over an hour, because I preheat the oven, and then 30 minutes, flip them over, 30 more minutes. But and the steaks will only take like 7 minutes. So I mean, it'll be ready at like 4:30. I'll have the senior special or whatever. But at the same time, I didn't eat lunch. So
hold on. So you did eat once today.
Mhm.
And so I did too. I ate around 1 o'clock my time, which is maybe your 9 o'clock. Are we on some kind of
Maybe
same
like
schedule
10-ish.
here?
It'd be my 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I mean, not too far off, because especially with the spacing there. Because if I ate at like 9:30, and then if I end up eating around like 4:30, and then you ate around 1.
So that's
I don't know.
now
What's
it's 6 hours. You see what I mean? So I'm like,
Yeah.
you're talking this food. I don't mean to be rude to interrupt you, but I'm like, because as soon as you kept doing it, I'm like, now I can't even pay attention to her. All I'm thinking about is my split pea soup. No, because I
So
made it from
good.
scratch. I make everything
Yum.
from scratch. And so I boiled the bones from this ham that I got, that I baked for a
Oh,
friend. You know what I mean? It's not just
yeah.
no can. No. And so I was like, here, let me.
That's actually something I should learn how to do, is make my own pasta sauce, like a red pasta sauce. My own arrabbiata.
There's plenty of videos out there, as you know, but what if we did a live where I teach you how to make it? Because remember, my parents had restaurants, and Italian restaurants at that, and I was born in Naples, Italy. I'll give you the best. No one has ever had my food, has not learned it, but everyone keeps saying, "Why don't you make videos about it?"
You know what? It's funny because like every once in a while people will ask me to do cooking streams, and I'm like, dude, I'm using my desktop, and so like moving all that into the kitchen, that's gonna be so hard. But like I will do whatever I can to navigate a
What's the
setup.
camera now that you're using?
This camera, this is something that our friend Goodnight Mister sent to me on
So
Amazon.
you could put that in the kitchen.
Yeah, but then what computer device am I gonna use?
Nah. How about the phone? Just the phone. We
Yeah,
both do the
we could do
phone.
that.
I do my phone. You do your phone.
Probably could do that. I think that could probably work. The only thing is like StreamYard always like drains my battery so fast.
Yeah, exactly.
The last time that I can't even charge my phone now. I have my phone, the charging port is like messed up and keeps telling me that there's moisture in the port, and there isn't. It's been like this for like 4 months, 3-4 months. It was like October. Yeah. So I can only use a wireless charging pad now. So that'll be tough to navigate. But no, I can figure it out. It's like,
We'll
so
make it work.
no, I think I can figure it out. I think it might be a little bit easier if I like as far as the sound goes, if I got
Well,
like
the question too, do we do it live
lavalier.
or do we do it pre-recording? I don't know. What do you think? Would we want to be live? Would that be annoying? Or we just record it and then I'll edit it myself, and I'll send it to you like for your approval. Just saying. Why don't we ask the chat? Why don't you ask your audience?
Yeah. Do you
Would
want?
they
Do
want
we
it
want?
live?
Let's see here. Should we do a poll? What do we want to do? If we do a cooking stream together,
poll.
because we could do. I mean, we can do it either way. I mean, I feel like.
Because I'm going to tell you all the secrets. Because I can tell you just easily. Oh, get some olive oil, chop some onions. But it's like the magic when you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like when the grandma doesn't really, she gives you the exact recipe, but they don't taste the same as hers. What she doing? There is something to it.
Yeah. You know what's really funny is like I make tacos like all the time, and I don't feel like I do anything special. Like I use like a regular taco seasoning packet, whatever. And I remember the last time my brother tried to make tacos instead, he was like, I don't know what you do, but you just make it so much better. I'm like, I just do it. Like there isn't any, I don't know, maybe I use a little less water or something. He's like, it just tastes better when you do it. I'm like, probably just because maybe you're lying, but I don't know. Maybe you're just trying to make me be the one to make it. But
I believe him. I think you're doing something, you're putting love into it. Like I'm telling you, I've given the same recipe, not just the sauce or whatever, but just anything I do. People are like, they've come back over and over again going, you did some witch shit to this. Like there's no freaking way. But they're right. Because I used to not cook with intention. I just was like, because I knew how to do everything because I was forced to do it. And it was good. But when I started like not being distracted, and I think when you're making the tacos, I'm not kidding you. I think you literally put love into it.
Yeah. Well, I think there's also something to like, when you're doing something over and over and over again, and you're like, I want to make this better. Whether it's for myself or other people or whatever, like, because he just relies on me to cook. Like if he wants a hot, fresh meal, like I have to make the food. Right? I mean, not all the time. Like there are times, like I'm not around and he will make it, but like, or he'll make his own food or whatever. But for the most part, he's like, I just would rather you do it. And I think most of it though, is because he just thinks that I make better food. Like I'm just better at it. And then for me, I'm like, if I'm making food for myself and other people, like especially my family, like I don't want to mess this up. I want this to be the best meal they had. And so I think that's really where that comes from.
See,
like,
I'm telling you, your love is there.
Yeah. And so like, if I'm thinking like, how do I make this better? And I'm not really doing that much different. It's like, oh, I'm going to use a little bit less water, see if maybe I can bring out more flavor. Or maybe I'll add it like, right. Whereas like, he'll follow the directions, and he's just, for him, he's like, I'm just trying my best, So I think, I think there's something there with that, because I do, like, I'm not going to make any food just for funsies. Like I'm making it. It's made with Courtney's love.
What's up, baby? Well, thank you.
All right.
I'm doing now. I got to go pee. I got to go take the Tinker to the Tinkerbell, Tinker, whatever. I know I sound retarded. Whatever.
Girl.
Thank you for having me. And I'm so glad you saw my text. I just was to love. That's all.
Well,
I fucking love you. I'm just like, I watch you. You just make me happy. Just when you're like your existence. And I'm like, I hope nothing ever happens to her. I love her. So literally, when I see you, like I said, if I can't always interact, it's just such a good vibe that. And then you say, hey, Olga, jump on. I'm like, really? Because I'm thinking, clearly, I'm annoying. I get it, and you're a saint, and I love you for that.
See, I think I always have fun when you're here. Whenever I see you, I'm like, oh my god, no
real,
pressure or anything, but
nice.
Oh my god, if I didn't want you to be on here, I would just be like, oh my god, hi.
I'm so happy you say that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are times when, like, the homies will show up in the chat, and I just don't even think about it. I'm just like, hey, how's it going? But like. I mean, every time you show up, I'm like, should I just send her the link? It's just, for some reason, it always crosses my mind every time I see you in the chat.
I can't get enough of you. So anytime you're like, come on. It's like I said, even when like you were having, I guess the vitamin D thing, and I was going to reach out and be like, I'm always here. Like, it doesn't mean like the live stream, but I was like, is that a little pushy? Like, are you going to like, if she needed you or she wanted you, she would reach out to you. And I'm going, okay, let me shut up. because that's what I've learned.
I know that feeling too, is like, you don't want to put pressure on anybody, like, especially because if you don't know what's going on, it's like, well, I don't want them to feel like
Exactly.
they have to pay attention to me at this moment or whatever. But
No, for
no,
me,
I think
it's
that's
just,
really sweet. Because like, and for me, I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I don't
you
know how
got
to
me.
use
I'm
my phone
here.
right now.
No matter what. No matter what. If I can't get to the phone or whatever, you know what I mean? There's a reason, but always feel free. And I hope that when I do reach out to you, you're not like, oh gosh, she's annoying.
No.
Just tell me straight up. Be like, no, Olga, thank you, but no, thank you.
No. Oh my God. No, I don't. Like the funniest thing is that like for me, I actually need to get really a lot better at this because sometimes I'm kind of like, I'll feel overwhelmed just like using my phone. And it's an issue that like we can get into that another time. But like I just have this weird issue lately of like I feel weird like when I'm like messaging people or texting or whatever. Like there's just I have a problem with it mostly like from previous jobs where like if I emailed something the wrong way, even though it was just like I'm just fucking answering a question, it was a problem. And I'm like, okay, you need to tell me how to do this. So anyway, so I just have like a problem with that right now. And I need to get out of my head with it. So sometimes I'm like, oh, they'll understand if I get back to them another time or whatever. But then my ADD kicks in and I forget. And that's my issue is I accidentally ignore people a lot and not like nowhere near on purpose. And then I'm like, well, this sucks because I treat people that I actually really like and respect so much that I don't want to like respond the wrong way. I treat them the same way that I treat other people that I'm trying to ignore, which isn't good because
I know. I get it.
But you're not on that list. Okay.
Thank God.
If
Because
it happens,
you can easily just text me like, don't bother me. You know what I mean? Like a good friend would be like, or a sister would be like, yeah, thanks, Olga, or whatever. Like, no. And I'm like, okay, peace out.
yeah.
I hope you know that. But I was like, what should I say to her?
I know it's so funny because like I think that sometimes with weird like more superficial type not necessarily superficial relationships like long distance friendships or like internet friends and things like that, sometimes things can get so surfacey that there's like there is a weird dynamic with that where like I don't want to like jump in too fast and like make them think that I'm being pushy, but I really like this person and I actually really want to be and I
That's
feel like
how I feel with you.
And I feel like it kind of like as much as I really love the internet and how it's connected me with so many amazing people that like I know I was meant to meet and like they're meant to be like my long-term friends, I feel like also there's like a weird disconnect with having internet friends because there is like a different dynamic than having like a person that lives in the same state as you
100%.
or even like a friend that you've had or for somebody who is just a long distance friend that's more of like industry friend or just more of a surfacey friend that's like you're friendly with them and you maybe work with them or whatever, but like you're not close. So then we have there's this in between, like I was telling you about that friend of mine who does Reiki who was like basically predicting for me that I was going to meet Chrissy and Keanu. And I'm like, this feels so weird for me because even though like Chrissy and Keanu and Frank are all very well aware, I've told the story like 100 times now, of like what this is. And they've all of them responded very positively. Like Frank DM'd me like the sweetest thing saying like, I'm really glad I caught that live. Like that was, like, I think you're my friend too. And I'm emotional thinking about it now. And he's like, oh, oh my God.
He's a genuine, honest guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like because even like during that live stream, like when I was talking about it, he put in the chat, he just goes, you can be my friend. And I was like, oh my God. Like, it was such a simple statement, but I just thought like, that's just so sweet. And it could even look like kind of goofy, like, yeah, it's all right. You can be my friend. And that still just makes me laugh to think about it. Cause I'm like, it was a perfect balance of like, this looks like a silly joke of like, all right, yeah, I guess you can be my friend, but also like this genuine statement of like, I feel like we're friends. And I'm like, that's why you're the friend that the Reiki person said I was supposed to meet.
No, I think Chrissy, regardless of like Simcast or whatever, like different shows that she has, and I looked at her chart, like she is the bringer together. Again, this is the word I'm coming with my intuition. And it was literally in her chart. I was like you're literally doing like this. She's not fake. This is her thing. This is where, and he's right there. Like he gets it. It's not about like, oh, let's get more followers or more super chats. No. I know for a fact that it's genuine. Okay, let me shut up.
Yeah.
'Cause now I
And
gotta
it's so
go to the
funny because
bathroom so bad.
yeah,
but
you
I
gotta
can't.
go. We
I
could go
gotta
on.
go. Not that I'm wearing Depends or anything, but like the whole time it's like I don't even care about the time because I love you and I would rather be here than just sitting in my kitchen eating. But now I have to go to the restroom. To the point.
That it's gonna be harder to
You're just so freaking amazing. Thank you so much. I love you. And anytime. And I haven't had you on my podcast because I haven't done any because I had vertigo issues. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. Well, I'm going to DM everybody in a little bit and just kind of throw a heads up that I want to do like another little marathon stream on Monday. So
that would be awesome.
Yeah. And I'll just send out a link on Monday morning.
Let me
yeah. Monday, plan for it. Get your Depends, get your snacks.
Get out of my head. How do you know that? Hold on. Yeah, so far. I mean, people do book last minute, especially on a Wednesday. I'm sorry, Monday. But February the 3rd, Monday. Dude, if it's meant to be, whatever you need, I'm here. I love you.
Amazing. I love this.
Thank you for all your audience. And if they
yes, everybody.
to get over it. Like,
everybody, thank you for getting yourself put together for Olga.
You're so sweet. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for popping in. Love you.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, what a wonderful time. Oh, wonderful. Okay, I need to put that poll up though. All right, this is going to look very silly, but the poll, so I got a poll going and basically just if we were to do a food video where she teaches me how to make a arrabbiata. Oh my God, that's what it's arrabbiata, right? And I was saying arrabbiata or something. What a yikes. Anyway, a sauce. So I can make a homemade sauce. Really add that extra touch of love. So I don't rely on jarred sauce anymore. If we want to do it pre-recorded or if we want to do it live, you know how we do with a live stream though, where we always but we'll see. Because if we do it pre-recorded, that'll probably be edited to make it like probably easier for you guys to follow along yourselves. But maybe you just want to join in on the fun while we mess up our kitchens. And yeah, I'll figure out something that we can do and make it easy for me to bring it into the kitchen. I'll think about that later and not right here in front of you guys. How about that? Oh no, Frank, my fly was open. Oh no, come on, man. The whole time? Well, it's all right. Okay, let's just see. Let's see what we got into. I just, it's so funny. I try to like balance out looking at the chat and then talking with Olga, and then but I get so carried away with her. She's so much fun. I just love her. See, I need to move to the East Coast to be closer to my homies. I love it. Like, look how far, like, okay. This was 10 minutes ago. Good night, Mr. Put this in the chat. And it just tells me like, that's how long right now it says, my clock says 3:15 or 3:16. Okay. And it was, I think around 2:58-ish when she first mentioned that she was like going to get ready to go to eat her soup. So what is that? 18 minutes of us just yammering away. Oh man. Oh buddy. Olga's the best. I know. She's like, You know, to go like along with or to add to what we were talking about, like with having those types of friendships, like it's so funny because we're having that bizarro dynamic where you're not necessarily like you're not living in the same state, you're not spending all this time with each other or whatever, but you feel like you're closer to these people than your basic kind of like surface level, again, like internet friend or what have you, where like maybe you work with each other or you just have similar connections to where you interact with each other here and there, or whatever. And then there's this weird in between where like, okay, I don't want to like put all this pressure to make people think that I'm like trying to infiltrate on their life. But at the same time, like I really care about these people. And like, I like genuinely think that the stars were aligned. There was a plan there for me to meet certain people when doing all of this, right? Olga is one of them. But I mean, obviously for sure, like there's not a doubt in my mind, like Chrissy, Keanu, and Frank were people that I was meant to meet, and they were supposed to be like forever friends. They were supposed to be people in my life. And that I was supposed to at least have, at the very least, like a positive relationship with them, no matter how connected it's supposed to be or not. Whether I'm supposed to be, move to the East Coast and be their BFFs or whatever. Like I firmly believe that those were people that were put in my life for a reason, and it was a good reason. But then, I'm like, I know I want to get mushy and just be like their best friends. But it's like, okay, calm down. Don't freak them out either. Don't scare them away, you weirdo. So very sweet. It's always so good to see Olga. I'm so glad that she showed up. That was really good. That was so good to see her. I hate that too. Like when you kind of go through a moment of either like needing to disconnect or like, I wasn't feeling very well or whatever. And then, even after I started feeling a little bit better, I was still not like 100%. So I wasn't putting forth a lot of effort into things. And I just kind of like lost a little bit of touch here and there with people and stuff. And so sometimes getting back into the groove of that can be, I don't know, clunky feeling. And interestingly enough, it was probably like sometime earlier this week that I was like, oh, I should text Olga. And I just, me being me, I'm like, so good. I'm glad that happened though. All right. Yes, I feel that for you, Courtney. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, no matter what, no matter how weird things are for around, I don't know, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying, and I don't understand words. Anyway, no matter what happens in life, those are my friends or whatever. Oh, this looks cute with my hair like all wavy. Yeah, I like that. All right. So here's the thing. I'm going to actually get started on making some foodsies, but also, if you haven't joined the Discord already, join the Discord, please, because we are going to do a watch along. I lost Discord on my desktop for a minute there. I can't believe Healing Birds blocked you. I know. Now I'm just like, listen, I'm not trying to like dox a person or anything, but at the same time, who runs that account? Because why did they block me? Why did the Ceiling Birds block me? I just blocked them back. But why? If you're called the Ceiling Birds, that just tells me that you're a marionator, which means that like we were the homies. So did you just steal that name because it was clever and amazing, or like what? Did I? There we go. Okay. All right, everybody, here's the deal. There we go. All right, there's a link to the Discord. I can't see anything. Whoops. Okay. Did you ever link the food thing? No, I'm dumb. And I'm going to get ready to go anyway and make my own food. So we'll do it another time. Probably on Monday. That makes sense to do it on Monday. I need to dink around with it a little bit more and see what's going on here. But yes, so there's the Discord. Join the Discord. We're going to do a movie. We're going to do a little watch along tomorrow. I'm going to notify everybody. Also I need to do it like sooner than later. To let everybody know that yes, we need to wrap up this Star Wars watch along thing, even though I feel like I'm like, oh, man, I think I need to rewatch the prequels and the sequel, or the prequels and the originals. But oh well. Yeah, we'll have Chrissy sue them for stealing her patented name unless they unblock you and apologize. Yes. Practicing suing you a lot or something. Yeah, I'll work on that one. Practicing blocking because you blocked me for no reason. Why did they block me? That's silly. All right, I'm going to end this poll. And it looks like we've got 80% say that you want to see us do a live stream to when we're making arrabbiata. How could I don't even know what she said or how I'm supposed to say it. I feel like an idiot. That's hilarious. Now I need to figure out when that was. I need to clip that moment now because that's stupid that she just freaking told me how to say it and I definitely said it wrong. Amazing. All right. So I'm going to wrap this up. I have steaks to make. I have potatoes to make. All of that. So cool, tight. Well, everybody, thank you. That was so much fun. And remember, work on that washer. I mean, my aunt calls it washer and dryer sauce. Maybe I'll just go that route. Okay. Yes, back to what I was saying. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And Olga, we love you. Thank you for joining us. That was so much fun. I could have done that for like 100 more hours. And yes, I believe that next Monday will be the day that we're going to do a little marathon streaming. And in the meantime, if you want to do a little watch along situation, we're going to do some Star Wars watching along in the Discord tomorrow. And on Sunday, I will be on Chrissy Mayer's Simpcast. So here, let me hello. Practicing running. That song is a banger. Am I right? Like, come on. That song is. How have we not put like how have we not turned that into like why don't we have that on Spotify? All right, here we go. Boop, 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 boop. Courtney, tomorrow is Zia's birthday and she will be streaming. What time and for how long? Because we can navigate around that. I just need to know the details. Okay. Either that or we're just going to have to put it off again, which might also work out just fine because my body hurts and I need to shampoo my carpet. Priorities, baby. But either way, I linked Chrissy Mayer's channel in the chat. So if you're not subscribed already, subscribe now. I will be on Simpcast on Sunday. I believe her normal time. Oh, I will be started. We're gonna do like a earlier in the day like situation. So it'll be like 1 p.m. Eastern. And we'll watch a couple of things until my body hurts too much and I have to go. Anyway, so I'm leaving. So I'm out of here, right? join the Discord, subscribe to Chrissy's channel. I'll be on Simpcast on Sunday. And then Monday will be Marathon Stream Edge. I love it. This is amazing. I'm going to be exhausted by Tuesday, I think. We'll see. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. All right. Love you. I will see you. Yeah, I'll see you every day for the next couple of days. So until then, bye-bye. I guess that just means we're having to do this again. Oh, no.
To an end, stars are fading, lights descend. Thank you for this time we spent. Memories shared, hearts will mend. We had such a great time here. Laughter, love, and moments dear. Every smile, every cheer. Now it's time to disappear. Oh, I will miss you till we meet again. Take care, my friend, my heart will tend. Until the day we start anew, forever hold our nights to you. Walking out into daylight, city's glow turns into night. Hold these moments nice and tight. In my dreams you'll shine so bright. Every goodbye leaves a trace of a night we can't replace. Take care in every space. Till next time we will embrace. Oh, embrace. I will miss you till we meet again. Take care, my friend, my heart will tend. Until the day we start anew, forever hold our nights to you. Holy goodbye leaves a trace of a night we can't replace. Take care in every space. Till next time we will embrace. Oh, I will miss you till we meet again.